The Sesh Podcast, episode 225, take 1. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest show on the internet, and that is the
circus.
Sesh Podcast. Well, it is kind of a circus.
It is.
What was it? The Ringling Brothers.
Yeah.
That all was shut down, right?
That was shut down.
The Barnum Brothers.
Barnum
Thank
Brothers.
you. But
Barnum and Bailey.
Yep.
Barnacle.
that was the greatest show on earth. Not anymore, bitches. This is the greatest show on earth.
That's right. We are here to entertain you today.
That's right.
My name is Kendall Ray, and I'm here to make your day.
My name is Janelle Fields, and I'm here. What rhymes with Fields? Fields.
To be your shield.
My name's Janelle Fields, and I'm here to be your shield against anything bad that's ever happened to me.
Perfect. All right, Karelly, what do you got?
All right, my name is Karelly, and I am not smelly.
That's right.
Slay.
Karelly always smells great.
Thank you. It's my perfume.
Sydney, what do you got?
Oh gosh, my name is Sydney. I brought snacks.
Yes, you did, and we love you
Hell
for it. Sydney
yeah.
did bring us snacks today from
did.
Daiso?
Daiso, yeah.
Daiso? Okay.
Big deal for us Coloradans, okay?
We got a Daiso here.
Yes, honey.
Yes.
And Sydney went and got us some snacks, which we will be tasting in a little bit.
Tasting later, though.
I will
Stay tuned.
say, Daiso coming to Colorado is the best thing that's happened all year.
Yes.
Is it? Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I've got to check this place out.
you know
You're
what?
telling me it's amazing.
The bar ain't high during these current times that we're living
It is
through.
low, 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 low,
Mhm,
low.
mhm.
So you go to Daiso, you go.
That was good.
Well,
Oh, my
guys,
frick.
we got a lot here on the menu today, so we're going to just jump right in. And we actually decided, because we have been trying a lot of snacks in the beginning because it brings us joy. And so many of you guys really like it. But there are a lot of people out there who don't like the sound of eating, that you think it's boring. And you know what? We want to respect your thoughts too. So we decided to move it later on as more of an intermission.
Correct.
We're going to get into the beef of things first.
Right,
And then,
like a set break when you go to the concessions and
Yeah.
you get a snack before the show comes back on. That's going to be what this is.
yes, a snack intermission. I think that's a good way to do it. Snack intermissions. Because I
Yep.
love a good taste test on this show. We all know it.
So do I. So stay tuned for that, folks. But first, what are we getting into to start off the show?
What is more important to talk about today than
JoJo
Siwa?
Dua?
Siwa. JoJo Siwa.
Dula Peep.
JoJo. I wish we were talking about JoJo the singer. JoJo.
Get out.
Was her
No,
last name
no.
Fletcher?
It's the end of you.
There's another
and me.
JoJo Fletcher. Is she from The
So
Bachelorette?
late.
I don't
yeah,
even know.
she's from The Bachelorette. We love her.
You
I
like
like
her?
her a lot.
Sydney and I love her.
Mm.
We think she's cool.
I think from what I remember, I liked her too.
Oh, yeah. You watched that season?
I remember that vaguely.
Okay.
I remember there was a JoJo.
There was. But that's not the JoJo we're speaking about.
No, we're talking about JoJo Siwa.
Because she was on Celeb Big Brother. UK edition, obviously.
Now, Celebrity Big Brother, was there a US one
There
this
was.
year?
No, not this year. I think there was last year, and it sucked.
It always
Or maybe
sucks.
2 years ago. I don't
Wait,
know.
I was
always
confused.
bad.
Yes,
Because
honey.
you guys usually watch. I thought you guys would be watching
So,
this.
We've given up on that version of things.
Well, this is the UK version,
right.
and we're in America.
Okay. So we don't need to be watching that. Actually, it's funny because people always tell us you got to watch the UK version. It's great.
Yeah,
And
I've
I have
heard.
seen clips of it. I remember when Trisha was on it, right?
Yep.
I had seen some clips and it looked
Was
juicy.
she UK?
Yeah.
She was on the
Yeah,
UK
On
one.
the UK version?
Mhm.
It's interesting how they randomly pull some Americans for that.
That's what I was wondering. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
But they did have the American Celebrity Big Brother, I want to say like 2 years ago, and I watched, I don't know, a couple weeks, and I was like, this is trash.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out.
I just completely bailed on the American Celebrity. It's just so boring.
Yeah.
It's real boring.
So we'll have to wait till, but Real Big Brother will be coming in a couple months,
Oh, yes.
you know?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I do
Mhm.
love some Big Brother. I do remember there was a clip from the UK Big Brother. I don't know what year it was, but it fully fucking sent me. It was like, did you guys ever see it? There was this woman on it who was talking about how someone in her life had died, like maybe her husband or someone, and she was, but it also happened to be the name of someone in the house, and she was telling another guest, like, oh, so-and-so died. And she was talking about whatever this person was at home. And this woman had a full-on panic attack and was like, the guy died. And he's like in the house. She's running around telling all the cast members, he's dead. I don't know where he is, but he's dead.
Wait, what? Fuck,
it was
that's
so
awesome.
funny. I wish we could find the clip right now. I'm sure some people know what I'm talking about. But
Hell yeah.
JoJo Siwa, Celebrity Big Brother. Now, my first question is, why would someone go on Celebrity Big Brother just to begin with? Like, there's not a lot of money in it. You don't get... How does the celebrity version work?
I think it's more just doing it for the lore of it all. Do it for the plot, you know?
Okay, yeah. It's like a challenge.
Yeah, and I think...
Because JoJo doesn't need money.
Well, that was my thing is... They must have paid her a decent amount, though, because I think a lot of people who go on who are celebs are, like, kind of washed up and they, like, need a little...
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
A re-umph.
Like the Sugar Ray guy was on there.
Who the fuck?
I think you'd recognize him. The Sugar Ray guy.
Who that?
I actually really kind of liked him when I saw him
Mark
on the
McGrath?
show. Mark McGrath, yeah. Like, someone like him makes sense to be on
his
Big
ass.
Brother.
Right.
But JoJo's, like, pretty hot and popping in the news.
Right.
So what is the point of her going on there? I guess, yeah, just for the experience, the exposure.
Well, she's very viral right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
And maybe would not have been if it wasn't for BB.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Mark McGrath was on the Scooby-Doo movie.
Was he?
Yes. Remember? Okay, you watched the live action one?
Nor.
I did, like,
I
a
fucking
long
hate
time
Scooby-Doo,
ago.
and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm not really a
it's
Scooby-Doo
okay.
fan.
It's okay. Well, then I just had a... He's in the movie. He's singing in the movie.
Oh,
okay.
Great.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo's kind of always been a Scooby-Don't for me, to be honest.
Oh, 100% agree with that. I was always, like, just kind of
It
stupid.
really
and weird.
creeped me out.
I'm
as a
offended.
kid.
I'm very offended.
You were into Scooby-Doo?
Oh, I loved Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. You know what?
That's okay.
To each their own.
There's a lot of people that say Scooby-Doo is what got them into true crime, like mysteries. I was more of like a Nancy Drew
I thought they were,
kid.
like, high all the time, just, like, digging around.
I don't think they were high on the show. It was a kid show, but I think that's kind of the vibe Shaggy gives, right?
And I think in the live action, there's like, they allude to them smoking and
Drug
like
paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember watching this. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but it's like the live action movie, guys, not the cartoon is what I'm talking about.
I've heard
Sugar
people
Ray
love
was
it. I don't think I ever really saw that.
so good. I loved it.
Oh, so was he
He was just he just had like a little cameo. He was like singing when everyone got off of the plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a geek for a good seat? How about a good concert seat? Or a good sports game seat, perhaps? Well, if you're like me, and no matter what event you're going to, having a good seat is so important. And that's why I can't recommend SeatGeek enough, because they make sure that you get the best prices and the best seats. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. And there's more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. Right now, you can get tickets to all types of events, including Bryce Vine, Chris Stapleton, Katy Perry. Okay, she's back on Earth now. Why don't you go see her in concert? And one thing I really like about SeatGeek is that each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10 so that you know if you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots, and the green dots mean that they're good deals, and then the red dots mean that they're bad deals. I've used SeatGeek a handful of times, whether that's for concert tickets or sports tickets, and I always make sure that I get the best deal. And it's great to know that every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And we came through for you guys. You can use code SESH10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off tickets with promo code SESH10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek.
Yeah.
What's going on with the JoJo?
JoJo Siwa.
It's quite some drama, and honestly, at first when you guys sent me this story, I was like, do I care? Does anyone care? People be caring.
It's a little
This is
brain
a
rotty,
big-
in my opinion.
It's definitely
IMO.
a little brain rotty, but I'm actually kind of invested now.
Yeah, and honestly, kind of fucked up.
I think it's really fucked up. Just another fucked up thing in the JoJo Siwa books.
Yeah, I don't know why she did this on live. Like, did you forget you were on live TV? She basically, like, cheated on her girlfriend on live TV.
Yeah.
In our opinions.
And it's interesting
Allegedly.
that people are still using the age thing to make excuses. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are like, guys, she's young.
Yeah, like she's still learning.
She ain't that fucking
Okay,
young.
I
How
knew
old is
not
Joe?
to be cheating
21.
at 21. I think it says so much about someone's character. So it just adds to the reasons I'm not a JoJo Siwa fan.
Tea.
Well, anyway, let's get into it, okay?
All right.
So first of all, we need to update that JoJo recently says they go by all pronouns. So we're going to be using they, her pronouns. And forgive us in advance if this is in the last couple of weeks. So obviously it sometimes takes a little time to get used to, but we're going to do our best to get her pronouns right. So since JoJo Siwa stepped out of the Celebrity Big Brother UK house, fans have had a lot of questions for JoJo, especially about her close bond with fellow contestant Chris Hughes. And I see here that he was the Love Island guy. I've never seen Love Island.
He was Love Island UK.
We need to watch that show.
Yeah.
People think
Do
it's like
we?
the craziest shit. Yes.
I've tried watching the American version. I
No,
hated
the
it.
UK version is the one we need to watch. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
the one people are into.
I think so.
Is he the host of it or was he a contestant?
No, he was on it. Yeah.
Which one?
Contestant.
Contestant. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, people have a lot of questions about some of the personal revelations that JoJo made during the show. So before heading into the Big Brother house, JoJo actually sat down for an interview on the We Need to Talk podcast that is hosted by Paul C. Brunson, where JoJo opened up about their relationship with her partner, Kath. And they are no longer together, actually. We will explain. This was recorded before the show, but about the plans for Big Brother. So let's take a look at this clip to start us off here. Get a feel for what's going on.
First of all, I would say I have the most amazing, beautiful partner. They are an incredible human being who I don't know how I snagged them at all. Don't know. But it's one of those things that they don't want me to drop everything I have here and run there. And I don't want them to drop everything we run there. And, say one day we have kids together. I want my kids to know my partner's family. And my partner wants their kids to know my family. You know what I mean? And so we're in a beautiful, beautiful place where they like America. I like Australia. We're down with Kath. Like, I just trust them beyond trust. And it's such a that's my partner.
That's your partner.
I don't worry about that. It feels like no matter what goes on, no matter if I succeed or I fail, if I win, if I lose, if I'm happy or if I'm sad, if I'm mad or if I'm nice, it doesn't matter. It feels like I always have an open arm that I can fall into. It feels so unconditional. But there's something to be said about an unconditional romantic love. I don't know, I think I'm excited for people to get to see the human side of me and to see the side of me that's, chilling. I'm genuine and I care about people. And I will get anyone a Band-Aid.
What does that mean? Like, actually get them a Band-Aid?
Yeah, she'll do anything to help someone, maybe.
Okay.
That's what I got from it.
Okay. Well, all of that is bullshit now because that is not how things shook out. Poor Kath. That's all I'll say.
Now, Kath was supposedly very supportive. I mean, you heard it here from JoJo. JoJo was like, yeah, I'm doing my thing. They're doing their thing. We're just living lives. America, Australia. I've got an arm to fall into.
Got Band-Aids to give out.
Maybe multiple arms. Like the arms of, what's his face from the show that we'll get into in a second.
I gotta say, just right off the bat, Kath, although I've only seen a couple clips of them, seems like a wonderful human.
Yes.
Very chill.
They seem chill.
Good vibes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and she hit the jackpot, like she said.
That's
right.
right.
Seems that way. But anyway, didn't work out that way.
So while in the Big Brother house, JoJo shared that being away from her phone and everyday distractions gave them space to reflect on everything, from their identity to the direction of their career. And at one point, JoJo opened up about no longer identifying as a lesbian and now using the term queer to describe herself. All right. Turn up. JoJo also hinted that they were rethinking other areas of their life, but both personally and professionally. I guess when you're in the Big Brother house, what the fuck else do you have to do other than think a lot?
I was going to say, I actually can see how it would be a very interesting to be like disconnected from your phone would probably be so good for you.
Yeah.
And
But
disconnected from like the news cycle and the social media drama. And how long is the celebrity one? It's always shorter than the regular one.
Yeah, it's shorter.
I think it's like 20 days.
Yeah, it's like around a month.
Yeah.
They got shit to do.
Exactly.
They're celebrities. They can't be in there for that long.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, JoJo and Kath have since broken up. And we'll get into all of that. But first, let's go ahead and rewind to JoJo's early days in the house, okay? Their relationship went public in January, and one thing that really stood out to viewers was her very quick connection to the lovely Chris Hughes, okay? The two were very loving, very close, touchy-touchy,
Very.
festy besties. And obviously this started having people think like, what the fuck is going on? What the helly is happening?
With the Heliante.
With the Heliante, with the
LeBron
LeBron James. Which, by the way, this is the only thing that's consumed my brain for the past 2 weeks. Yep, pretty much. Everything in my brain is, what the hell?
Same. Anytime anything happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anytime I get a news alert. That's what happens
What the
in my
hell,
brain.
Eonte? Every time I open any app, what the hell, Eonte?
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so this season of Celeb Big Brother kicked off on April 7th, and then things, heated up real quick. In scenes that air on April 9th, one of the cast members, actor and former professional boxer Mickey Rourke, asked JoJo whether they liked boys or girls, and JoJo replied, "Me, girls. My partner is non-binary." And then Mickey then made a shocking comment, this is so fucking cringe. He said, "If I stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore."
Yeah, you, Mickey. Let's
Yeah.
get a zoom in
Yeah.
on Mickey's
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
You're going to be the one
Yeah.
to change her sexuality.
That's right.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Mickey Rourke, I don't know that much about him, and everything I have heard about him is bad. Like, he just seems out of his fucking mind. What is he wearing? Like a badger on his... What is this?
He seems totally whack.
Yeah.
I mean, they do be cast in the whack ones.
Oh,
for the
yeah,
show.
for
They're
sure.
like, perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mickey's down.
Oh, and Mickey's probably like, absolutely, I need another refresh on my career here.
The
So-
72-year-old. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, I'll change you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like beyond disrespectful and...
But it didn't stop there.
No, it gets so much worse.
So
this guy.
JoJo's like, okay, I can guarantee I'll still be gay and I'll still be in a very happy relationship. And then he hits her with the old, "I'll tie you up."
Yeah,
Ew.
the old. That's the common one, right? I'll tie you up. Where in your brain did that come from, Mix? I'll tie you up. And then
so nasty.
I will get... I mean, it's sick.
It's
it is
so
sick.
creepy and just completely inappropriate for so many reasons.
Yeah, the dude has no filter. If that's what he's going to say on a show where he's being filmed 24/7, what does he say in real life?
True.
Yeah, he's a freak, man. I don't even know that much about him, but I can confidently say he's a fucking freak. And naturally, viewers weren't having that shit. Everyone freaked out. They called the exchange uncomfortable, creepy, completely out of line. I think we can all agree. I'd say it's like way worse than even those things. It is just like kind of demented. I'll tie you up.
But it gets worse.
I mean, he's also because he's so old.
Yeah, they're like a 50-year difference.
It's like
that's
disrespectful
also,
trying to change her sexuality and to come in.
It's
But
also
this being
predatory.
like, yeah, she's 21.
Yeah, no, good point. Yep. Creepy.
So his inappropriate comments towards JoJo just kept coming. And when JoJo started to say that they felt awkward, they wouldn't let her ruin their experience, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They were going to stay in it no matter what. But Mickey also made sexual comments to other castmates, which made them feel really uncomfortable. So
he's being creepy to everyone, it sounds like.
Yeah. So JoJo tried to shake up the comments at first, but really things took a turn when Mickey made a joke using the F slur.
Great.
He's just a complete piece of shit. And that's when JoJo said they started to feel truly uncomfortable. And that's when Chris stepped in and called out Mickey for what he said. And keep in mind, this was essentially in the first day of the house. Just went in it immediately. So everyone was still trying to get to know each other and didn't want to cause drama. But they're like, the fuck's this guy saying over here? So Chris from Love Island jumps in and immediately defends JoJo. And that meant a lot to her.
Which we love. What?
Mhm.
That's also a word for a cigarette.
Yeah.
He says, "I need a," and then he turns to JoJo and says, "I'm not talking about you."
You fucker.
Dude, that's so bad.
Yeah.
I would have punched his ass in the face.
In the UK, because I know that the F slur was used for cigarettes for a long time. Do people still be throwing that around for cigs?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not in America.
not.
I don't
Definitely
ever hear
not.
that. But I don't know about the UK. But even if he was, and it was just a cultural thing, the second part of that sentence as like, "I'm not talking about you."
Yes, you knew clearly what it also means.
Yeah.
Well,
Terrible.
anyway.
Anyways, he was kicked out though.
Yeah, didn't last very long.
Yeah, after threatening and aggressive behavior towards Chris and for using inappropriate sexual language towards female cast members. Goodbye, you big bitch.
Mm-hmm. It's like that one guy in the regular Big Brother season here, maybe it was a season or two ago, who used the N-word. Remember that? And they got his ass out like immediately.
Yep. To a black man.
Yep.
I did want to mention this. It's not that big a deal because it's not really about JoJo, but this guy is now trying to get his lawyers involved and say that he shouldn't have been kicked off.
Mickey is?
Yeah.
Mickey's bringing in the legal?
Yeah.
Good luck.
He's like, this is unjust. Look at his pick.
Was he an actor too?
Yeah.
What was he in?
Dude,
He
he
was
is
in-
one ugly ass.
Dude, look at his nose hairs.
Unfortunately.
Dude, trim that shit.
Yeah, for real.
Like, can we zoom in?
Ew,
Can you zoom
That's
in?
so bad. No way.
I'm trying.
It looks like pubes coming out.
Ew.
Ew.
Dude.
That's sick.
Also, is that a blackhead up on the top of his nose?
I think it's a nose piercing.
On the top? Shut up.
On the left side? No,
No,
the top.
the straight middle of his nose. Maybe it's
I
a
don't know.
cut. I
Or
don't
it
know.
looks like a hole.
Well, I have no problem making fun of people's physical appearances when they
If
are
they suck.
this type of a fucking...
He's pissed though.
He wasn't in any,
he's
like-
mad.
Oh, you know what? It's because it publicly embarrassed him.
Well, bitch, you shouldn't have fucking said what you said, you weirdo.
And it wasn't just that. He was also threatening
Yeah.
and having aggressive behavior towards Chris for defending
Right.
JoJo.
Right.
Using inappropriate sexual language towards female cast members. He's just an absolute mess. They really never should have casted him.
No.
But throughout the show, JoJo and Chris became quite close friends.
Mm-hmm.
They were often seen cuddling and sharing these sweet moments like forehead kisses and back rubs, back scratches.
Like
which-
with his hand up her shirt on the
Yeah,
back, like bare hand on scratches.
and JoJo made a comment on the scratches. They were like, if someone's going to offer me a back scratch, I would take it from a stranger. But I knew him for 3 days, so I'm going to take a back scratch.
Like, yes, because I also love nothing more than a back scratch, but like,
when it's on TV,
not like if
you
some
can't even
random
speak to your partner.
Mhm. If some guy offered me a back scratch, I would
Scratch.
probably say no.
Yeah, I'd be good on that.
Although I'd be a little sad.
Unless
Like
it
a
was
little
like a
back scratch.
tool, like it was one of those little
Sure.
like sticks. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were doing all types of stuff. They had little hot tub sessions and sleeping in the same bed. Yeah.
Which this happens like every single season. People who are married or whatever are on there like cuddling, kissing,
Mhm.
massaging, whatever to random other house guests. And I'm always like,
Why? What an interesting choice.
Everyone's like, oh, well, you don't understand. You get so close to people really fast when you have literally nothing to do. I'm like, I could understand that.
But you're also being filmed,
you're
and your
also being
significant other
filmed.
is going to see it.
And I would be, if John was in the house and he was like cuddling up to some hoe getting
Oh.
back scratches, I'd be like, well,
Dude,
that's
I'd
not great.
lose my mind. I'd have divorce papers ready to go
I'd be
as soon as
pissed.
his ass was out. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
No way. I don't care how, like, and
Yeah.
this is short, too.
Yeah.
It's not that long, 20 days or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and they started doing this, like, immediately.
Mhm.
So, yeah, as you can imagine, the internet there were rumblings. People were wondering, is there more
Mhm.
between JoJo and Chris? And how does Kath feel about this?
Mhm.
Probably not good, right? So Chris supposedly made comments about having children with JoJo. Things went fucking fast in this house.
I want your babies.
He also referred to her as his girlfriend, which only, of course, made the speculation worse, which is like, do they know that it's going to do that? Do they want that? Do they want the attention to be on them and further their
100%.
careers?
Right.
Maybe. But is any of it worth it? Well, we couldn't find this clip, so we just have to take the word of the internet that had occurred. So during a conversation with her housemate, Ella Ray Wise, JoJo expressed concerns about her relationship and their upcoming trip to London for the live finale, suggesting that she might need to be single.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, JoJo told Ella, quote, I'm the type of person who really needs approval from my mom and my partner.
That's weird. From your mom? Why does her mom have to be in everything? I can't
Because
stand
her mom's her manager.
mother.
Isn't she her manager or momager? She's like deeply involved in everything professionally.
She is. Yeah, remember we covered all that shit in the early days? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
She also
the
said-
mom's like a freak.
Which we'll talk about her mom more in a sec. She also said, when I left, my partner was like, I'll come for the end. I'll be there at the end. They're Aussies, so it's a 24-hour flight to get there.
Yeah, Kath lives in Australia.
Yeah. Clearly, it sounds as though when they left and when JoJo went to the house, they were very much in love, very much planning to stay together. I mean, Kath was going to fucking fly out there, so.
Mm-hmm. Of course, as when it comes to anything online these days. People had differing opinions. There's some people who said that their relationship was inappropriate. I think we are all in that camp.
Pro.
Very inappropriate.
They're,
I don't really see many
constantly
people in our
physically
audience
touching each
defending this. Yeah. Here's someone, they say, it's dishonest and ingenuine of JoJo Siwa to be encouraging this flirtatious behavior by Chris Hughes on national TV. She has a girlfriend. I can't imagine how she's feeling seeing her girlfriend having a sexuality crisis in front of millions. TV is not the place or time. Truly. I mean, of all the places to do this.
So there's people defending her, though. Saying, like, I know Big Brother wanted us to read the relationship as romance, but I've come to the conclusion that Chris and JoJo just have a really pure and totally innocent connection. I think some people will think that's unhinged, but I have found them really cute together. They look like a couple.
Maybe that is the case. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know. We're not in their relationship. But from what I've seen, it looked like romance to me.
Yeah, which they're denying. Not, like, obviously, she's done interviews, which we'll talk about later, since she's got out of the house, but I don't know about Lane's.
And then this was interesting, too. JoJo's mom, of course, was running her social media during the brief stint that she's in the house, because God forbid the algorithm fails in any way. So you got to keep that shit going. And she posted a TikTok of JoJo at the house with Chris. And can you pull up the actual picture on screen? Because to me, it's so creepy for a mom to be like commenting on this and to post a picture with this caption. She said, "What you are feeling inside is absolutely okay. You can talk about it whenever you decide. No pressure and no judgment. Only love and support. Always love, Mom, aka Dance Mom Jess Hart." God, her mom's awful. It's just fueling the speculation.
Of course.
I mean,
which maybe that's like, on purpose.
Yeah, I think it's very much on purpose.
Yeah.
There's no other point to doing it. She can't actually read your message.
Right.
It's not like you're sending this to her. You can't send her a text or anything.
Right.
So you're just stirring it up.
Right.
And you're making the situation worse for JoJo.
Yep.
And it's clear that even her mom recognizes that something's going wrong to post that caption with this. Let's watch that.
Oh my God, this is a lot. Is it?
Nobody.
Nobody. I've met a lot of females, love them, don't feel like I'm them. Met a lot of males, love them, definitely not them. Met a lot of people in my life that are non-binary. And these beautiful non-binary people are who I feel the most like. And I don't know, it's not something that I want to say about myself yet, but it's something that is confusing. We're good. It's great. There's nothing to do, nothing to change, nothing to think about, nothing. No different way to think of anything. You know what I mean? Everything stays the exact same.
You want to see you. Can't change me.
Is that Miley Cyrus?
I think it's JoJo.
Which, like,
it's JoJo singing that?
It's a sweet message, and I'm glad that she's talking about that on the show, in front of a public audience or whatever. But the mom's like,
yeah. I guess after seeing the clip, the caption does make a little more sense. Like, you can talk about that.
Right.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
About being non-binary, no pressure, no judgment.
Right.
It's just like, it's stirring it up more because, of course, it's a clip of her cuddling up to Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, and also, like, why is the mom making it?
Yeah, it's just, dude, stop.
XOXO. Oh, love Mom, aka Dance Mom Jess.
To sign your name as Dance Mom Jess.
Dance Mom was like 10 years ago.
It's time to move on.
But I mean, obviously, a lot of people were very appreciative of JoJo opening up and, saying that they felt really seen, hearing about her open up about, the struggle, and that they were going through that too. And, saying that they love her personality and she's absolutely gorgeous, so kind to everyone.
I mean, I think it is kind of cool to open up about that type of stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And JoJo shares that she had some difficult realizations in the house and that she had to bite her tongue at times. And this isn't confirmed, but from what it sounds like, she was talking about the realization that she had that she needed to break up with Kath when she had left the house. She did say that the last 48 hours of being in the house were the hardest because she couldn't express her emotions and say out loud that she wanted to break up with Kath. Yeah, it seems like once the show ended, she already knew what she needed to do, but obviously, like, if she had talked about that, it would have gone on TV, and what a terrible way. Could you imagine your Kath?
Yeah, no, it's
and JoJo's like, yeah, I need to break up.
Especially with that interview going into the house, being like talking about having kids together and how serious it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really, really unfair
Mm-hmm.
and not considering Kath's feelings at all.
Mm-hmm.
So JoJo's mom sent her a letter while in the house, and it included a message from Kath saying, Kath's keen to see you when you get out. In the confessional, JoJo said the letter made her feel very unsettled and expressed disappointment over the lack of affection in the message from Kath. No, I love you. No, I miss you. Well, maybe Kath is having some feelings here, seeing you cuddle up to
Exactly.
Chris.
It's, maybe it would be embarrassing for them to pour their heart out to you when you're over here like shacking up with Chris.
Yeah,
You know what
I mean, and guys, really look at these pictures. Look at this night shot.
Yeah.
In bed, scratch, like they're cuddled up in a bed. His arm is underneath her. That's not, to me, that's not
Just friends.
very
No,
friendly.
hell
And like,
no.
if you want to have friendships like that, okay, if you're not in a relationship and your partner's comfortable with it, you've already talked about it and that's fine.
Sure.
But you're doing this on national
be-
TV.
yeah.
Kath can't even communicate
Right.
with you.
Like, let's be so fucking for real
Yeah,
here. That's weird as
stop
hell.
trying
This
to paint
last
this
one
as a friendship.
here where she's like bent over a counter and he's like up on her with his hands
Yes.
like, way up
Yeah.
underneath her. Like, come on, bro.
I gathered a few clips of them.
Okay, yeah. Let's watch the most juicy moments. Cindy, did you put this music on?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, she's on
Hell
top
no.
of him.
Hell no.
Oh, is she in a swimsuit? In
Yeah.
JoJo.
No, Siwa.
Oh, watching them like actually
That makes me mad.
Dude, I'd
Yeah.
be infuriated if I were Kath. God damn, I would like bust my way onto that set.
yeah, I'd be like, I need to get a message over there.
Uh-huh.
So on top of him?
Yeah,
That's
laying
crazy.
on. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
To
Ew,
just be like,
that's-
oh, no, it's platonic. We're just friends.
We're just friends.
Mm-mm.
So soon after the show wrapped, JoJo and Kath reportedly broke up at the show's wrap party. Okay? And then Kath went on TikTok to share their side of the story. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they had to say.
I'm filming this in a complete state of shock. It has come to my attention in the past 8 hours that everything we sort of saw unfold on what I thought was a fake reality show where I didn't need to worry about the validity of my relationship was in fact laced in a lot of truth, which has been probably one of the most craziest, intense, awful, horrific experiences I've ever probably gone through in my adult life. Yes, I was watching the same show as you all. I could not talk to my partner at the time, and it was very unsettling and very hurtful, and I did feel betrayed by the things that I saw conspire. The messages I received throughout, I was receiving video messages every day in admiration of me and our love and our relationship, which indicated a sense of solidness that I chose to believe with my partner, being like, it was just a TV show and it was all fabricated. And the truth of the matter is I decided to show up for my partner and hold up my end of the bargain of being in a partnership and being a teammate, and I flew across the world to support and be there and hold that person in whatever they would be experiencing, leaving such a wild experience. And instead I was dumped at the after party with Chris in the next room. It's just fucking crazy to say out loud. It's what they were saying, and that a lot of the things that were depicted were rooted in truth. Believe in what I thought was, I don't know, the kindness and the connection I experienced on my own level in my own life. It seems to me I have experienced a version of that, being told that I'm the love of someone's life, being asked to marry them before this social experiment, being adored throughout behind closed doors, being hurt by what I saw but wanting to work through it and have a conversation. And in the last 8 hours or whatever, I flew here and I went to the live show to show up for my partner and support them in their experience, and then obviously later on address my feelings of like hurt and like work through them like all relationships do. Before I could even get back to the hotel, I went to the after party with my, I guess now ex, and was dumped in the party. I was told that there are confused feelings there, do with that what you will, and that they had realized in the house that I wasn't the person that they wanted to spend the foreseeable future with. I love really big and I love really intensely. I believed promises and I believe and acts of intense intimacy. I think my reason for saying this is like probably pride myself in being honest online. I also felt the need before I go back to being online, I needed to address it, and I really just want to move on when really I'm so devastated. Everything we saw transpire, the emotional cheating, the overcrossing of boundaries, and the questioning of our relationship on national TV was not fabricated. In terms of Mr. Christopher, in terms of their relationship, that's their journey. Enjoy. I feel pretty embarrassed, pretty humiliated, but I also feel incredibly proud of myself. I'm gonna cry. It's happening. Oof, don't cry. I feel pretty proud of myself that I showed up as the partner and the person that I want to be, which is someone that is fiercely loyal and believes people and trusts that people have kind intentions and have a kind heart and would never, no matter how they're feeling, want to hurt someone. All I know is right now is that the person that told me a lot of big things and reassured me till the cows come home decided that they don't want to be with me and they want to explore independence and explore certain feelings.
I feel so bad for them, dude.
Damn,
That
it's
fucking
horrible.
sucks.
It's heartbreaking.
And in the video, Kath was talking about how the two of them were like talking about marriage and their future together. And
JoJo was saying all that in that interview.
Mm-hmm. And JoJo pre-recorded daily video messages before she went on Big Brother. So every day, Kath would receive these videos and messages. Meanwhile, JoJo's on TV, like, I mean, basically cheating on them in real time while it's being recorded.
Knowing damn well what you're doing and just being like, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Like, knowing how bad your partner is going to be hurting at home and just being like, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm exploring, so.
Yep.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah, it's so sad. And yeah, Kath claims that after they flew to the UK, within less than an hour, they were dumped by JoJo at the cast party or whatever. The finale
after
party.
whatever. But Kath had just traveled 12 hours to get dumped.
Yep.
That is fucked.
24, no?
Yeah, 24.
24?
They were in Australia.
So after Kath posted that TikTok, JoJo was seen sharing her side of the story, which was very different. She went on the Vile. I can never pronounce this dude's name. Nick Vile's podcast, Vile Files. He gets a ton of fucking guests.
I've never heard of him.
Really?
Mm-mm.
He's from The Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
See,
But now he just has like a giant podcast.
Okay.
And I mean, Nick and JoJo were good friends. So anyways, JoJo said that one of the biggest things she wanted to know while in the house was that Katy Perry was back from space.
That's what she wanted to know?
That's what on this podcast, she was saying, one major thing I really wanted to know, because I have no info of what's going on outside of this house, was if Katy Perry made it back from space.
Hell yeah, she did, honey.
So in her mind, she was thinking maybe Katy died on her way down.
Nah, Katy came back, kissed the ground, now she's on tour.
That is what she wanted to know? That just shows you the mindset of JoJo Siwa.
That's only 20 days.
But a lot can happen in 20 fucking days
Especially
in America.
right now.
That was on the top of your list is, did Katy Perry land safely? All right. Okay.
Oh my God. So according to JoJo, Kath initially didn't want to attend the show's wrap party and just wanted to spend the night with JoJo instead. But JoJo explained that they were not in the right headspace to have any deep conversations that night. JoJo said, quote, I'm already having all these crazy thoughts that I've been having in the house and I need to formulate them. Hinting, obviously, that, all the realizations that they had coming out of the show.
And let's for a second. I completely support her having these realizations.
Of course.
I can see how if you're isolated in a house and that you start having feelings for someone that you typically wouldn't, that it would bring up a lot.
Absolutely.
But what would you do in this situation? Like if you were in her shoes and you're on the show, you're starting to have feelings for someone.
Okay,
what do you do?
If I wasn't being filmed on a reality TV show and for some reason this wasn't on TV, I would tell Chris, I have a partner. We're in a committed relationship. I obviously can't speak to them until we're done filming this or whatever, but I can't do anything until I address this with my partner. But obviously she can't say that to Chris because that'll be put on TV and that's totally fucking Kath over still. So I think I would literally just bite my tongue, suck it up, not have any physical relationship, get out of the house, handle it privately. I go to Kath, be I learned a lot of things when I was in the house, a lot of realizations about my sexuality and just, her gender and whatever. And for that reason, I want to break up. And then, you can go, if you want to go explore with Chris or whatever, I don't know. But,
yeah. So say something along the lines of I think you're really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not, some of the things that is happening here are making me inappropriate and I fear that it will hurt my partner.
Yeah.
So therefore, this just needs to stop and we can continue these conversations when we leave. But I do see that there is the complication of
But you can't give away too much because it'll go on TV and Kath's going to be wait, what?
God, that's crazy. They can't even ask production. Can we just have 2 minutes offset to just...
So that's why I would basically just fake it till I make it, essentially. I would just try to shut my mouth.
Yeah, and not let him rub on your back and give you huggies.
Exactly.
And,
that's what I'm saying. Don't sleep in the same bed as him, dude.
No. You can still be friendly and explore this outside the house, but yeah. God.
She says, there were things I was okay with in my life that I should have never been okay with, and she talked about how she really needed space, time to talk to her mom, check her phone, and actually process everything.
Check her phone.
Which I wouldn't want to make any big decisions when I'm in such a strange place, in such a foreign environment.
Right.
Because I feel that would just fuck with you mentally. So I would try and just play it cool, keep my shit together and then deal with it once I'm outside of the house.
Not just keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really just one of the most selfish things you can do to
I think
cheat
it's
in
so
general,
fucked
but to
up.
do it on TV
Yeah, it's
like
so
that.
fucked up,
And it's
dude.
not just the physical stuff that was going on. And as far as we know, they didn't. I mean, I think we probably would know if there was anything that went beyond just like the flirting, touching, and all that.
But still,
I don't
that
know.
was enough.
Still
No,
being on
it's-
somebody's, still being on
absolutely.
top of him like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No, I'm with you guys there. Like that is crossing the fucking line.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting to see how many people I've seen online just in the comments being like, she's so young, guys, she doesn't know.
No.
Okay,
so when does that excuse end?
I mean, she's 21.
and she's been in relationships. You know, she's been in past relationships, so it's not like this is she's new to relationships and doesn't know how to like deal with these things. Like,
Don't you know that this is wrong behavior?
Yeah, if you're past teenage at all, I think you should know. I think really at any age, you know that it's wrong, you know that it's hurtful, and it says a lot about your character that you're willing to hurt someone just in general, but especially on national TV when you know that they can't do anything, can't speak to you, can't. Mental torture for someone that you seem to really, really care about. Say that you hit the jackpot with. Feels so bad for Kath. By the way, Kath has beautiful eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Piercing blue.
JoJo is also really pretty.
Yeah, she is.
I've been noticing that lately. So you guys know how much we truly love ZocDoc here at the session, how we've been using it even longer than they've been sponsoring us because it is truly one of the best services out there, in my opinion. I have found countless helpful medical professionals that I feel comfortable with. I feel safe. I don't feel judged because there was a while there, friends, where I just said, F the doctor. I don't want to go back. I just didn't trust any doctors I was seeing. I felt like I was being gaslit. It was a stressful experience. And now that's changed. Now I love my doctor and I found her through ZocDoc. And then just recently, you guys have been following the saga of my eyes and getting contacts and everything. And I found my eye doctor through ZocDoc and he was amazing and easy on the eyes in multiple ways, you know what I mean? But the best part was he was professional. He didn't make me feel judged because I told him like, hey, yeah, I've just basically neglected my vision for the last couple years and I refuse to wear contacts or glasses. And he was like, I totally get it. Let's get you in them now. It's never too late. And I am wearing these contacts right now. I can see all of you so much better. And that's thanks to ZocDoc. Now, if you haven't heard of ZocDoc, you guys, it's the free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click instantly to book an appointment. And we're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, all the way from mental health, dental health, primary care, urgent care, and more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, and are a good fit for any medical need you may have. Also, with hundreds of verified patient reviews, you can find the type of care and support that you're looking for, from good bedside manner to fast wait times to doctors with the best listening skills. And once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click instantly to book a visit. And the best part, guys, is appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. And sometimes you can even score same-day appointments, which I was able to do recently. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/sesh to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/sesh, ZocDoc.com/sesh.
So JoJo suggested that they stay in separate hotel rooms and talk in the morning, but Kath didn't like that. And an hour into the wrap party, JoJo said Kath changed their mind and decided to show up after all. And when they arrived, JoJo suggested they go to a quieter spot near the cabanas to have a quick combo before joining the rest of the party.
That is so fucked. And also to not stay in a hotel room is such a slap in the face. After you haven't seen your partner in all this time, they fly all the way from Australia and you're like, we should sleep separately tonight. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
This is so mean.
So, according to JoJo, things escalated quickly because Kath started pressing with the same kind of questions on repeat, like, are you even happy in our relationship? Do you still want to be together? One after another. And JoJo responded with, I don't know, and made it clear that, like, she didn't want to have this conversation right now. But she goes on to say that the two of them started, like, their combo started getting more intense. And then, supposedly, Kath started cussing JoJo out. So much so that a security guard looked over at them and JoJo had to let them know that it was okay. And this was actually what JoJo said they wanted to avoid that night. Like,
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. JoJo said that they understood where Kath was coming from, but it wasn't the right time or place to have the conversation. After being pushed with the questions like, are you happy? Do you want to end things? JoJo said, If you ask me this tomorrow, I don't know. But if you ask me right now, my answer is yes, which that just tells you everything. Like, okay, then we should just break up, right?
So that it would be to answer that not are you happy, but do you want to end things? The answer would be yes.
Right.
Damn.
So we're going to watch this clip of Nick and JoJo talking about the expectations that were set between JoJo and Kath before the show.
What was their expectation about like what this experience would be for you? And
You mean
like
prior to going in?
prior to going in, and I get, well, they probably watched it the whole time, but like, a lot of the speculation around you and Chris was just like at no time am I watching you and Chris and wondering
Like,
if you're seriously having a thing with this guy, or if like I know who you are. The internet's having a buzz, and
the internet's having a heyday.
Yeah.
Our bond is beautiful, but our bond is what you saw. You know what I mean? There's not anything that we did that you did not see. You saw the extent of it. And so I think people are always going to do what people do.
Sure.
And I think that's people are always going to believe what they want to believe.
Why do you think they came in with such a feeling of disconnect?
I don't know. I really don't know. And
Can you really blame people for thinking that?
Yeah, I mean,
It's not like it was just one hug.
No.
You were literally
But like the
on
internet's so
top of each other.
dramatic.
Right.
No.
Like, yes, obviously, the internet is very dramatic, but also...
His hands were like on her boobs. Almost.
Yeah,
it looked like it
exactly.
anyway.
That's what I'm
Paired with the
saying.
fact that she came out of this house being like, I'm questioning everything and I'm ending my relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah, people are putting it together, and to act like everyone's just insane and seeing shit is like kind of offensive, especially to Kath.
Totally. Yeah, I would be pissed.
Very gaslighty.
Very.
And it's not my place to speak on behalf of them. I know from me, there should have been no questioning, especially around the boundaries of our relationship.
So were you presented with doubts about your actions in the house with Chris?
While I was in the house?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, because I straight up said, what are your boundaries? And I had a few boundaries for them while we were in the house, and they actually did proceed to break those boundaries. I will say that. And that's something that it wasn't big enough for me to care about, but it was something that I had specifically asked, like, hey, look, for the 20 days, just can it with a few conversations. And those conversations actually picked up more. They had in-person ones as well. And like that for me was like, okay, look, I'm ending things anyways. It's just another reason. You know what I mean? It was another piece of pie on the plate.
Another piece of pie on the plate. Haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, so basically
More
JoJo's
pie.
saying that Kath was like doing things that
Against her boundaries.
against the
And
boundaries.
yeah, okay, you're one to talk about boundaries, JoJo.
And I'm thinking those boundaries were just like, questioning the relationship and stuff. Because it does seem like, she did say like at the, in person we had those conversations, which was like the, asking if they're happy together, if the relationship's working. So it was probably that those questions ramped up. But it's, I get it. You know what I mean? Like I saw my partner doing that. I'd be like, do you want to do this?
You'd have some fucking question.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like it's very selfish of
It's ridiculous.
JoJo to, say that those boundaries were crossed when JoJo's giving Kath a reason to suspect things.
I mean, it's not surprising to me that someone who drives a a Porsche, a Ferrari,
Oh, was it
something,
Tesla?
a Tesla
was a
with
Tesla
their face
with
all over it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I mean,
it's
yeah,
Tesla.
selfish makes sense.
In this interview, she did, because Nick called her out for that, and she's like, I don't drive that anymore. So, I don't know.
I've moved on.
Good. Very nice.
And then there was some airplane drama that happened as well. JoJo claimed that Kath demanded a business class flight after their massive fight and breakup, and JoJo refused, and Kath responded by posting a video on TikTok joking about flying economy, which to me, after you have hurt this person like this, and they have flown all the way here after watching your ass like basically publicly cheat or get pretty close to it, if you don't want to call that cheating, whatever. In my book, that's cheating. The least thing I would do, I'd feel so bad. I'd be like, sure. They're not even asking for first class. They're asking for business class. I'd be like, sure. After what I have done to you, whatever you want. In fact, let's do first class. Right? Like, that's the least you can fucking do. Come on, you're JoJo Siwa. You certainly have the money.
She goes, I'm not going to do that. Like when she was talking about this whole thing, she's like, my team, I wouldn't have felt comfortable making my team, have to do that.
My team,
like,
they're paid by
yes,
you.
I know.
They don't care. It's your money.
So it's like
Asking my
opposite
team
views.
to do that.
Yes, horrible.
Does she really think that is going to be a good excuse?
I'm surprised JoJo doesn't have a PJ of her own face on it.
I know, right? I'm sure
Then
we'll see it one day.
But even if she did, she's not going to stick Kath on that.
That's true.
Get on my PJ with my face. Go back home.
Siwa Air.
Siwa Air. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Let's check out Kath's video real quick.
There's like sad music. Kath is like falling to the floor, crawling all over this.
They're goofing on it.
Oh, for sure. That's so funny. So JoJo also went on to the Useless Hotline podcast.
There's so many podcasts. The Useless Hotline.
And JoJo was asked about Chris and if he was being flirtatious with her, because in the beginning of the show, people said it really seemed like it. But as the show went on, it was clear that they were both on the same page regarding their, quote, friendship. So on the podcast, JoJo reiterated that it was all just playful banter between her and Chris. And once again, the relationship was platonic. 2 other scenarios from the show were discussed in the podcast, one of them being when JoJo wrote a message on Chris's hand. Sexual. People wondered if
Do
it
you
was...
know the message?
No, we don't know.
They couldn't zoom in?
People wondered if it was her confessing that she loved him or something.
She writes, I love you.
I love you.
Or maybe, you know what?
What?
That could answer our question from earlier about what you would do in this situation.
Well, actually,
you can write it on
I'm
his hand
surprised
or his
that
back or
I'm
something.
surprised that. Well, I wonder what she wrote it with, because you're not allowed to have a pen and paper in Big Brother.
Well, maybe the UK edition's different. They let you have some ink.
Or
That-
maybe
that
she
could be a
like
good
wrote
way
it
to do
with
it.
ranch or something on her hand.
What's her period blood?
Ketchup she writes.
Ew, what the fuck,
Sorry.
Karelly?
She could write, into you, can't do it on TV. Resume later.
He says, okay. And then
Did you just tap on your hand like you were texting on your hand?
oh, okay.
You know what they should have done? Morse code. Beep, 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 dash, 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 dot, 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 dash.
Oh my God. Or go to the toilet together.
I mean,
Just
yeah,
kidding.
that's right. They fuck in the shower and stuff. Why couldn't they like kneel down in the shower and have a little talk?
Ew.
Like, hey, let's not do this on TV.
Or
because if they were in the shower together, that would be extremely problematic.
She could
True,
have
that would look
whispered on his
worse.
ear. She could've
It would
whispered-
look like a blowy was happening.
Oh,
Like, if they were
yeah,
on
the
floor.
fuck?
Yeah. Whisper, though.
She could have
Yeah.
whispered in his ear while she was on top of him.
Oh, ew.
No, you're so right,
No, because
Karelly.
whispering
mic'd out.
catches.
Does it? Oh, because
They're
they're
mic'd
mic'd
up.
When they're mic'd up. Yes, dude. Have you never watched the show?
Okay, she could have mouthed it.
okay, so
Scratches. No back scratches. Caught cheating. Must wait for back scratches till after. Let's talk later. Okay. Is it okay if I still feel you up in the hot tub? Yes. Okay. It's under the water only. Right? They don't have cameras in the water.
The underwater cameras.
Make sure that the jets are on so they don't. Okay. Yeah, so she said it was not that she actually wrote a lot, but she can't remember exactly what she wrote. So the other scenario that was brought up, which this is like,
I have so many questions.
yeah, me too.
What the fuck?
Okay, so they were dressed as cats, her and Chris.
Which
And,
is
like,
probably one of the
some
like
punishment, yeah.
punishment.
On
Which
Big
if
Brother-
you didn't know, Big Brother, there's like punishments where you have to like dress as a certain thing for a week or a couple days or whatever.
Right.
So they were dressed as cats.
But there was a giant litter box in the center of the living room, or one of the rooms, and
That was an interesting
supposedly
choice
they
for
both
the production.
decided to pee in it, like actually pee
Mm-hmm.
in it. And there's,
Why did they give them a litter box to begin with? They were like hoping they would pee in it, probably.
ew.
Why would
That's
you put a
just-
litter box in there?
Because it's like has to do with being a cat. I doubt production was like, oh, it's like you can pee in it, but they did.
Well, what else were they hoping they would do with it? Like make it a sandbox and play in it? It's just like a weird touch on production, in my
I
opinion.
kind of liked it.
You like it?
Kinda.
Karelly wants a litter box.
So I can pee in it.
You know what? It would be kind of fun to pee in a litter box
I'm
sometime.
saying.
Are you guys okay?
I'm
Fuck.
great.
What do you mean pee in a litter box? Why?
I don't know, just of an experience. I've never done it.
Okay.
I feel it, Kendall. I
Someone
feel you.
clip that. Just kidding.
You know what I love?
What?
Peeing at the beach.
Oh,
I kind of wish I could pee in the sand, though. Nature's litter box. Things I should keep in my brain. You know what? I changed my tampon twice on the beach this week when I was visiting my mom.
gross.
Is it?
What'd you do with the tampon? And how
I put it in a diaper.
did you change it in the water?
No. My mom held up a towel around
Oh,
me and
okay,
I did a
that's
quick tampon change.
Okay, I think that's
I wasn't about to walk to the bathroom to
No,
do
that's
it.
so fair. I shit in the ocean. Just kidding. That is a joke. That is a joke.
Remember when we were drunk and when we were really young and Lake Powell? We were over 21.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, we definitely weren't over 21.
But you were trying. No, were we?
No.
I think
But
I
who
was.
cares? Whatever.
But we were with your mom. Anyway, remember you tried to poop in the ocean, but you couldn't. And you were like,
Oh, in
I
the
have
lake.
stage fright.
In
I have
the
stage
lake.
fright. In the lake.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I do remember that
But
actually.
you didn't actually do it.
No, nothing ever came out. Sad days for me.
Mm-hmm.
You get poop shy, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
People always comment about how our show's so gross too. Last week, people were like freaking out about us
Oh, I
talking
know.
about the boogers in the intro.
What? I don't even remember what we were saying.
It's talking about how you like the taste of boogers.
Yes.
Oh, right.
See,
It was gross.
to me,
When you
I
go-
just don't think things are gross.
I don't think
It's just
anything
like
is
body stuff.
I don't think anything body related is gross.
Except for people like eating each other. You think that's gross?
What?
Like cannibalism?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like.
We're working on a episode
Right.
of Mile Higher right now.
Yeah, that's
that's where you, that would like be that's gross too.
I would draw the
yeah,
line
but
there
like
too.
pooping, peeing, like none of that was gross to me. I don't care.
What about body odor? That doesn't like gross you out?
It just doesn't gross me out to talk about it. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to smell someone's body odor.
And,
But
like,
talking about anything
about going like
body
this,
related.
When you have a
Yeah.
cold and sucking up snot,
Yeah.
everyone fucking does it. Okay,
Yeah, I just think like normal bodily functions is
Like, I
just
don't-
like it should be normalized.
I agree. No, we're starting a trend. Let's normalize it. Thanks, love you too. Anywho, okay, so as far as JoJo and Chris's relationship is concerned, on April 28th, they appeared in an interview on ITV's This Morning Show and made it clear that they're just friends, okay? She said, I don't know any future of anything, but I am really grateful for the dynamic that we have, the bond that we have, and whatever life does, life will do.
Wait, that kind of opens it up to the
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's very much like,
could be, maybe.
maybe.
I think I'm going to start answering all difficult questions that are asked to me by being like that, you know, whatever life does, life will do.
100%. Chris said his connection with Siwa is hard to explain. Okay.
See, that tells us a lot right there, right?
Okay.
If it was just friends, it'd be pretty easy to explain. We're friends.
Correct.
There's more, clearly. Or there at least there was.
Chris also says, quote, it's just a really strong bond between two people, which is just a strong friendship. And I think you can have like a soulmate friendship. I think that's a thing. Having someone in the house to go through an experience that like that and have someone there every day when you're emotional, when you're down, when you're happy. That was beautiful.
The way that you're explaining it now, Chris, doesn't sound like it'd be so hard to explain, as you said earlier, that it's hard to put words to it or whatever he just said.
Right.
That sounds like, yeah, we just were friends.
Right.
And we had a close bond. We
Right.
connected.
Right.
But it's just friendship.
Right.
But then he's like, ooh, it's hard to explain.
He also said, we're just messing around. We're being kids. Saying, JoJo was like a pure rock to me. She was someone I could have fun with from a friendship point of view. Yeah, of course, I love her. Okay.
Chris is 32 years old.
Oh, that's an interesting
But
dynamic too.
I
I
feel
didn't
like-
even think about that.
10 years.
I mean, I
11.
guess she's legal.
But they're
whatever.
not
Yeah.
fucking children.
Yeah, to
Correct.
be like, we're
Right,
kids.
right,
Just
right,
two
right,
kids
right,
having fun.
Right. Right. Now, since the final episode aired, JoJo has mentioned that they'd like to stay in the UK, but hasn't said much more.
Okay, so that's saying
Maybe
a lot
it's for
too.
Chris.
So
for
if they are
somebody
really having some type of relationship connection that isn't friendship and they're just trying to portray it like that because it would clearly be bad for JoJo's career to be seen as a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's really the case.
Mm-hmm.
Because this would be the way to play it from the PR perspective, right? To try to act like and downplay it. And then like later on when people have kind of moved on from the cheating portion of it.
Yep.
Who knows?
Yup. Obviously, the internet is like, the fuck, we don't believe this at all. And what's interesting is that Chris dropped out of appearing on the upcoming series Celebs Go Dating. So maybe
Interesting.
he doesn't need to go dating anymore.
Why would you drop out of that, Chris?
Because he's
So
has his
just to
bestie, JoJo. What?
to clarify though, so that was like when she first got out of the ending of the show. She said she wanted to stay, but
Right.
she did end up coming back
she's
to
back.
the US.
She's
Yeah.
back. But still, what was
Yeah.
she doing?
You
And-
guys, look at this image.
What?
The one of him like putting his finger
I
on
know,
her
That
dude.
lips.
one, yeah, that one kind of 'cause
Platonic, please.
You know what that reminds me of? It's like, I can't kiss you on the lips. I'm going to kiss you on the forehead and put my
Yes.
finger on your lips. So I'm kissing you on the lips.
That's totally
It's
what
like
it
you
is,
need a morning
Karelly.
hug. Here's one of his shirt off, and
I don't
he's
like where his hands are because his hands are behind his head, but he's laying on her crotch.
Oh.
he has his head in her lap.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. This one with his arms is shirtless and her lap.
Mhm.
Do they just think we're a bunch of fools? This is not a friendship.
Mhm. And Kath is like basically publicly acknowledging that they also think that this is more than just a friendship because they've been liking comments on social media. One of them says, imagine watching your partner fall in love with someone else in real time. Cannot even begin to fathom that.
Seriously.
Part of that.
That'd be fucking torture.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Horrible. Another one says, what she did to you is terrible and so unbelievably degrading to you. I don't know why we give this person a platform anymore. Lots of love to you. Get offline and heal. Again, Kath liked that one. Another one is summary. They broke up and what was happening with JoJo and Chris was real.
You know, it really is like
They're
offensive
shite.
to everyone, I think, to just act like everyone's just a bunch of crazy people. This is clearly just a friendship. But it's most offensive to Kath
Agreed.
to act like it's all in their head, you know?
Totally.
It's fucked up.
And also to set the tone that this is okay in a platonic relationship, whether it be opposite genders or the same gender, setting it up to like, you know, setting up that this is just a platonic relationship is incredibly offensive and incredibly inappropriate.
Yep.
Like, I mean, if I was doing this with one of my girlfriends, if I was like, you know, if I was laying on top of them and like their hands were like on my boobs and stuff, my partner would be fucking, you know, upset.
Yeah.
Whether it be, again, same gender or opposite gender.
It really
And
doesn't
it'd
matter.
be one thing, like, obviously people can do whatever they want in a relationship and have certain boundaries or not have certain boundaries. It'd be one thing if JoJo came out of the house, they didn't break up, and Kath was over here like, no, I don't care. Like, we're fine. You know, whatever JoJo was doing with Chris on TV, like, didn't bother me.
They were just playing it up.
They were
for
playing it
TV.
up, whatever.
It's
Like,
part of- yeah.
if Kath is fine with it, okay, then, you know, whatever. But clearly this is very hurtful to Kath.
I think at the end of the day, the only thing that really matters and what shows us that this was more is Kath's reaction to it.
That's the only thing that matters. Yeah.
They
like-
see it for what it is.
Right.
And if they, you know, were like, like you said, just it was this platonic thing just for TV, then that'd be so different. But if the person who is like essentially being cheated on has said that is how they see it, then that's really it, you know?
Yeah.
Also,
Agreed.
a boomer question, as Janelle would say, a
Sure,
millennial
Kendall.
question. I'm obsessed with JoJo's ears.
Okay.
What is going on? Are those all piercings, or is she using like one of those like bedazzle gun
No, I
things?
think they're piercings.
Wow, how does she have so many?
You can't have as many piercings as her.
No, I know. It's just it looks so cool.
Yeah, I know.
There's just so I didn't realize you could have that many places to pierce.
Yeah,
and that
pierce.
God, if I did all, I feel like it would get so infected. But then she always has like jewels in her hair too
Yeah.
and stuff.
No, I think they're piercings.
Okay,
But yeah, I agree. I like her jewelry. It's pretty.
I like the jewels in the hair too.
Yeah.
Maybe I should start rocking that.
JoJo jewels.
JoJo jewels.
So yeah, let us know what you guys think about the situation. Do you think the internet's overreacting?
Do you think they'll get together?
Who,
Here?
Chris?
Yeah.
I kind of don't.
No.
I don't think so.
I feel like JoJo just be moving quickly. Moving
Yeah,
on,
I don't think
but
they're gonna like.
She's
be
had
together.
she's had a lot of relationships. Like,
Yeah, which is
publicly,
fine.
Which
Do
is
what you
it is
want.
fine, yeah. But
yeah. And it's interesting that he also dropped out of that dating show though, so maybe. What do you think, Sid?
I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be strange. He's like, you have to go to the U.S. and
Yeah.
Hey, but
Or no, she
I
could
mean,
go there.
yeah.
but she was dating Kath, and Kath
that's true.
lived in Australia.
Maybe.
And didn't she even say she might go to the UK? Didn't we
I
just
think
say
she's
that too?
gonna be either it's a tour or she's coming out with a new song. So maybe
lovely.
she's gonna.
it's
I've
called
been-
Flick My Bean.
What the? Wait, is it really?
No, but she had that one song. It was like
The
something about
coffee one.
espresso. Yeah.
Yes.
right.
Coffee shop like my bean, something like that.
No, it's
You know
called
what?
We're Just Friends.
We're
just friends.
Friends. Isn't there a song like that? Actually?
You might put my hand on my breast, but we're just friends.
You scratch my back,
But
but I
we're
take a
just friends.
scratch from a stranger, so it doesn't even matter.
We're just friends. He might be in the hot tub with me, feeling me up. This is a legend. I don't know if that actually happened. And then,
Yeah, that was interesting. With I think even if a stranger was to scratch my back, would you let a stranger scratch your back? What about JoJo? What about if Mickey was like, "Let me give you a back scratch"?
Hell no.
Would you take it?
Ew.
I don't think so.
Although I do love a back scratch.
I do too. of
I'll scratch
course.
your back.
But like, I take scratches from any of y'all. Anyone in
huh.
this building, actually, maybe.
No.
Actually,
No.
maybe not. No, any of the women in this building. I would
Yeah,
take
see,
a
that's
scratch from.
like, there's just, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Don't need to continue beating a dead ass horse. I like scratches.
Her new song is coming out on May 16th called Bulletproof.
maybe I'll be bulletproof. What is that song? Maybe something.
I'll be bulletproof this
Alright.
time. Maybe I'll be bullet.
I really don't like that song.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
LaRouche.
But I've been really, just waiting for another JoJo song. I just need one in my life so bad. And I got a JoJo
Come
playlist.
as a bitch. I should have known better.
Remember when I kind of liked that one?
Oh, yeah, you did.
How long did that last for?
Didn't
a
you like
couple
put it on
days.
your workout playlist?
No, that was
oh.
no.
Oh,
I didn't go that
excuse
far.
me.
That was Bad Baby. That was Miss
Right.
Whitman.
Bad
Bobby.
I still pull that up. Bad Bobby.
Whatever happened to those two? Are they still beefing? Do we know?
Probably. What a world we live in, guys.
Oh my God.
Breaking news!
Okay, so it is Wednesday, actually a couple hours before we are uploading this episode, and I wanted to pop in here because we have a couple of things that I wanted to add before the ep goes live. Kendall is not here to record, but I digress. I don't really know. Is that the right term for I digress? I'm trying to up my vocab these days, and I feel like I sound like an idiot half the time. Sydney, is your mic even on?
Yes.
Is that the right term of use of I digress? Isn't that like... Oh, Kendall says yes, it is. Thank you, Kendall. She's in the back confirming. Okay, anyways, I'm here because I wanted to first give you guys something that has to do with Chris. And Karelly actually came across this yesterday, and I felt like it was good to at least mention. So obviously in the house, well, maybe not obvious if you guys don't watch the show, but Big Brother has these things called live feeds where you can watch the house guests 24/7 basically. And obviously some of the footage from that doesn't get put into the actual episodes themselves. So this wasn't in one of the episodes as far as I'm aware, but it was on the feeds. And so that's how, people saw it. But it's basically this moment where Chris seems to be like kind of teasing / I would say trying to convince JoJo to get into like bed with him and cuddle with him. And she's kind of pushing back and a little bit like reserved and not fully I don't know. They're both still flirting very much so. But I just wanted to mention it because I feel like a lot of people were pissed off at Chris for doing this because obviously it's no secret that JoJo had a partner at this time. And so people were like, why the hell was he trying to, convince her to cuddle with him in bed and blah, blah, blah when, JoJo was seeing someone. But yeah, it's basically this clip where he jumps into bed in his undies. And the way that it's set up is their beds are like right next to each other in the clip. They must like share a room or whatever. But their beds are only separate by like a couple of feet. So he jumps in his underwear into his bed and then she is next to him on her bed. And we can like put some overlay for it as well. But basically he starts telling JoJo that he wants to cuddle. And at one point, JoJo turned to Chris and said, I don't care. You're getting crazy. It's been a good day. Let's not ruin it. And he responded saying, you can go to bed if you're going to ruin it. Suit yourself, pal, before adding, come here then. And then JoJo was like, that's not what I'm saying. And then Chris responded, do you want to come in? And JoJo replied, no. Now, obviously, this is only one scenario. So it's not like it really excuses the fact that she was clearly flirting with him all these other times. But I think it is worth mentioning because what the hell, dude? Why are you, trying to convince this chick to come into your bed when she has a partner back at home? So overall, just very shady. But yeah, supposedly after they kind of like go back and forth and they're very much seemingly flirting. Like, even though she's like, no, it's okay. Like, she's not really giving off the vibe that she's being very serious because at the end of the day, she gets up and goes into his bed anyways and ends up cuddling with him. But, a lot of people are like, well, that's because he was like basically harassing her to do it. And like, yes, I think to an extent that is true for sure. And then there was one other scenario that I wanted to mention. So at one point they were playing this like memory game, and the question was to list one item you would get from the store. And as people shared, the next person would have to like try and remember what each person said. I'm sure you know what I mean. So anyways, it was JoJo's turn, and she was able to remember each person's item that they listed. And that's when Chris made this kind of creepy remark. He was like, that was really good, really well remembered. That was a big turn on. And obviously kind of creepy. Why would you say that's a turn on? Specifically to JoJo. Like, I'm assuming he's not saying that to other house guests. Like, their whole relationship is just so fucking weird, in my opinion. And supposedly, Chris told another housemate, Patsy Palmer, that he wanted JoJo to move in with him for a few days after they leave the show. But yeah, I mean, their relationship's just platonic, right? They're just friends. Just friends. So who knows? I mean, take it with a grain of salt, right? And I don't think they're living together. I don't think that was ever really a thing. But I mean, he did bail on his dating show, so who knows? Maybe there's love in the future, right? We'll see.
All right. Well, let's take a little intermission here and have some snacks.
Yes.
Okay, really quick though, before we get into the, how do you say it? Daiso snacks, which these are Japanese snacks. So this is a perfect story for me to put in here because this crazy fucking event happened here in Japan in Mt Fuji. Okay, this happened. This guy, 27 years old, university student in Japan, he had to be rescued from Mt Fuji twice in a week. 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. Okay.
Stupid.
He was climbing Mount Fuji outside of the official season. You don't fucking do that. There's a reason they have seasons. Mm-hmm. It is dangerous. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first rescue happened on April 22nd. He was hiking the trail, which sits about 9,800 feet above sea level, and he lost his crampons, which I had no idea that those things were called crampons.
Neither did I.
I think tampon should be called crampons.
100%.
That's like a way better name.
100%.
I need a crampon. So those are these like spiky metal shoes. You could like really fuck someone up with those, damn.
So maybe don't put them up your cooch.
Yeah. Crampons are not for your cooch. But yeah, they help you grip the snow and the ice and to climb. And he lost his crampons. So he was fucked. So he had to call the police and be airlifted off the mountain. And he was also suffering from altitude sickness. Not a good thing.
But all was well, right?
Mm-hmm. All was well. They're like, all right, no big deal. You know, we rescue you. But still, you're kind of a fucker that you went out of season. And then 3 days later, this guy climbs back up, hoping to recover his phone and other items that he left behind. He's like, I got some great pics of my hike. I need to post them. So I will be going back to get my phone. Also, can we have a moment? Look at Charlie right now. It's the cutest thing ever.
He's a baby boy.
His tongue was just fully out a second ago and dried to a little crisp.
Yeah, his tongue's always dried to a crisp.
Like a little chip. He's so cute. So yeah, he thought he was actually going to be able to find his phone and whatever other shit he was looking for. And another climber found him just laying on the trail, shivering with visible cuts. Like, you think you'd be somewhat traumatized after getting stuck on
I would
Mount
be like,
Fuji.
Don't care about the phone.
Yeah.
I'll go and get a new one.
Right?
Not worth it.
Not worth it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he was, this time he was reportedly showing signs again of altitude sickness and was taken to the hospital. And that's when officials realized this was the same guy that they had just fucking rescued. I think it should be like a one shot, especially if it's within a week. Like, dude, sorry, you did this to yourself. Find your own way back. It's fucked up.
No, it's
such a waste of resources.
It's so stupid. It truly is like one of the dumbest things.
So, do we think he found his phone? We don't know. There's actually not that much information out at this point in time. I don't know if there ever will be, but it was just funny looking back.
Hopefully he found his phone. Otherwise, that's even more of a waste.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're interested in climbing Mount Fuji, it's the season this year is scheduled to start in early July and end in early September. Pretty short window. And it's one of Japan's obviously most popular attractions. It's 12,388 feet high. And in 2023, more than 220,000 people climbed Mount Fuji during the climbing season.
Count me out.
I was going to say, you won't be finding me doing that.
Count me the fuck out.
My cousin proposed on Mount Fuji.
Okay, that's
wow.
badass.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I saw that picture. Such a cool pic.
Damn, I got proposed to at a restaurant.
Honey.
Bonefish?
No, melting pot. So he gets points. There was cheese fondue, so you know what?
Hey,
To me, it was
that's
excellent.
romantic as fuck, my dude.
What's so funny though is I think we have a vlog of it, but when Josh was proposing, he asked the waiter to take video of it, and the guy was filming it, and then right when Josh started proposing, he put his thumb over the lens. You can't see it. It's so awesome.
That is pretty funny.
All right, let's try some Japanese snacks from Daiso.
Daiso.
Yes.
Sorry, I need to learn that. That is
Okay.
new to me.
Okay, so Daiso is a company based in Japan. So, like, for example, I got these matcha green tea cream filled biscuit sticks.
Oh.
But these ones are product of Thailand.
Oh,
So, you know,
okay. So they're not all Japanese snacks.
just the company's based. But, and then I found this, I just got it because it looks so yummy. I have no idea how to say that, but it's matcha green tea milk.
Ooh,
I fucking
I
love
love a
matcha.
milk tea.
I love
Thank you,
matcha.
Sydney. This is such
Yeah.
a treat. It's like mini
Hit me with a
cigarettes.
stick.
All right, should we try the sticks first?
Oh,
Janelle's
Janelle
already on
already.
it. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those are really good. Those are better than Pocky.
really?
These are really good.
Mm-hmm. Wow, they're strong matcha taste.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking good. Holy shit.
You go?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yum.
I love this kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's
Really
really
good.
good. Do you think these are better than Pockies?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I do
think
too.
They had
What's the
different
brand?
P-Joy.
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 Oh, okay. I think I've seen that
I
brand
think they
before.
had different flavors too.
Hasn't like,
They're kind
The
of like
middle's, like, really
pirouettes,
soft.
but smaller.
Mhm.
The good old Pepperidge Farm.
That and
What are those?
cherry cordials.
Cherry what?
Cordials. That's Kendall's holiday snack.
Mm-hmm. Love that.
All right, let's try this drink.
Okay, so what is the drink, Sid?
Matcha milk tea.
Matcha milk tea from what brand?
This is not sponsored, by the way.
I don't. Do we really need to clarify that?
That'd
You'll
be
know when it's a sponsor.
That'd be sweet if it was if we were sponsored by Daiso. Hey, hit us up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't think I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it's Itoen. Itoen. Yeah.
A little boring.
Yeah.
A little watery.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't taste overly sweet, which I appreciate because some matcha is just so sweet.
Oh, it's just not very matcha-y.
Mm-mm.
it kind of tastes like
A little watered down.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I really like the initial, like when you first.
I don't think
It
I
almost
really
Kind
tastes
of
like-
given a little seaweed taste too.
I
Yeah.
was thinking like peach.
Mm.
What? But
Like a little. It has like a little
the
bit of
helly?
a peach undertone.
what the hell?
Oh, I get that, Karelly.
What the hell, Yante?
No, like taste in your mouth after it's like gone down. Aftertaste, a little peachy.
It's a little peachy.
Sure. I don't think I like it.
Mm.
It's all right.
It's okay. Not my first choice. Probably wouldn't purchase myself. But the sticks,
The sticks
absolutely.
turn up. Absolutely,
Good to know.
yes.
Very good. Thanks, Sid.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Sydney. That was very nice of you.
I like snack intermission.
Love snack intermission. Now I'm ready
Intermission.
for our intermission. Now I'm ready for our last segment.
Have you guys had these
Ugh.
Pocky matcha green tea?
No.
Green
See, I
Oh,
wonder.
no, I've had those. Those are good.
Really? And then look at these.
They're not as good as the ones we just had.
Oh, bitch.
Oh, shit.
That looks
How do I
good.
get that? Order
Ah.
those immediately for next week.
We're not paying $12 for
Tomato
a box.
pretz?
It's not happening.
No, no,
What? Why
But-
not? It's just $12.
But we get 8
For-
packs. Oh,
8 packs.
8 packs. Yeah.
I want them. Pizza?
Yeah, they have pizza.
I want them.
Okay, fine.
For 8 packs, that's a fucking deal, dude.
All right, fine. For 8 packs. I thought it was for 1 pack.
I think
No.
it. I don't know. It's a
8
number of pieces.
No. There's 8 pieces in a pack. No. That's absurd.
Those
Sweet
look
corn.
so good.
Sour
Maybe-
cream and onion.
Oh, the pizza. I love pizza flavored shit. You know what I had on the plane yesterday? Pizza combos.
Dude, those slap.
They're so good.
Combos
Holly's
are a
still
good
like
plain
the whole
food.
bag for me. Oh,
That and bugles. Hit me with a.
Oh, I love a bag of
ew,
bugles.
bugles are nasty.
What?
Ugh.
You're
I
nasty.
just need to give bugles.
You know
another
what
shot.
fucking sucks though on a road trip? Sorry, tag back it. Is
the driving?
When you have
The
to go to the
driving.
bathroom.
No. Ranch corn nuts.
No, you're so
What?
incorrect for that. That's so.
I
No,
fucking
dude, no,
love
no, no, no.
corn
They're
nuts.
So
Mm-mm.
good.
My-
Corn nuts. Fire.
No,
Ranch
dude.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
No,
okay,
you're wrong,
I'm just
sorry.
saying because we were driving, right? And my boyfriend's brother's partner opened up a bag of corn nuts. And we're like, oh, who the fuck farted? Like, it smelled so bad. We thought it was like something died from the outside. It smelled so bad. No. It was so bad. It ruined
Hot
the
take.
last...
Never mind, actually.
You like the smell of shit?
Sometimes it's like not
A fart? Wow, that's interesting.
like your own. Do you ever like
Your
smell your own
own.
and you're kind of like,
I think that's like most humans.
not too bad.
Yes,
You
but
know?
like it's never someone else's.
No, it's
God.
mine.
Bernie gassed me and Josh so bad this morning. We were in our closet. He comes in, drops the nastiest fart, and then fucking leaves.
He knows
Like,
what he's
"Fuck you,
doing."
bitch. Oh, he knows exactly.
And then I was like, I had to make it clear to Josh, that wasn't me. That was Bernie.
because you don't fart, right?
No, I be farting, but like
You say you don't be farting.
I don't fart that much. I really don't. I'm not a very gassy person.
I don't think I've ever heard you burp ever in my entire life.
I like can't burp.
No, it's sad.
Even when I try to chug soda and it's still like the lamest sound. I can't do like a big burp.
Yeah.
Not
I can't. I'm
capable
not a
of
big
it.
burper either.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just not very gassy.
Must be nice.
Oh my god.
I swear I'm not saying that to be annoying.
We already talked about this. You don't care about that kind of stuff.
No, don't. Okay.
All right.
So listen, people, my life has gotten quite busy since I became a mom. I mean, that's really the busiest part these days, but I also run a business. I run a foundation. I have 10 pets, which is just absolutely insane. And, you know, I don't always have a lot of time to go grocery shopping and really get the healthy meals that I want. And one of the biggest things when it's come to my weight loss is preparing in advance, setting myself up for success so that I don't want to, you know, pick something unhealthy at the end of the day or order something because I already have a healthy meal right ready for me in the fridge. And that's why I love Hungry Root. Now, 2025 will always go down as the year that I found Hungry Root, and it has totally changed the game for us. I'm so excited every time we get our Hungry Root box, and there's just so many options to choose from. One thing I really appreciate about Hungry Root too is you can get different serving sizes. The different meals offer different serving sizes. So sometimes we'll get just a 2 serving if we're going to make something different for our daughter, or we'll get 4. And sometimes we have enough to even bring in leftovers for work the next day. This week, my box is being delivered today, actually. And this week on the menu, I've got roasted salmon with sweet potato on Brussels, grilled chicken, black beans, and Mexican rice, a chili lime and chicken Caesar salad. This is me and Josh's favorite. We like to bring these to work. And then a meatball marinara fusilli with parm. And what I like about it is they have some healthier options that I can get. Like instead of just regular pasta, I can get red lentil fusilli, which my daughter surprisingly is down with. And another great thing about Hungry Root is you can also get your groceries through them. They have grocery options like smoothies, kids snacks, sweets, ready-to-eat meals, salad kits, even supplements. And there's no high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, or preservatives in any of Hungry Root's food. They only source top quality meat and seafood free of hormones and antibiotics. Hungry Root is really like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped into one. They take care of the weekly grocery shopping, recommending healthy groceries and meals tailored to your taste, nutritional preferences, and health goals. They make it easy to eat high quality, nutritious food and achieve any diet or health goals from anti-inflammatory to gut-friendly, gluten-free, or dairy-free, even high protein, and more. And they're easy. Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. With over 15,000 recipes shipped each week, there's really something for every taste and nutrition preference. We truly love Hungry Root, you guys. I really, really recommend it. I pay for it on my own every week, and I just can't live without it at this point. So take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, you can get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/sesh and use code SESH. That's hungryroot.com/sesh, code SESH to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. That's hungryroot.com/sesh, code SESH. All right, let's all buckle in because it's been a minute, you guys. We've got to update you on what's been going on with Blake. Why are you holding my hand? You need support for this?
I don't know, because I just saw your little chain. Like, is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to touch it. Now I just kind of like it.
Isn't it fun? I love these bracelets.
These are, what is this from?
David Aeropostale. No. David Yurman. I can't have nice jewelry, dude. I lose everything. Oh, I really fucked up this time. Josh got me a nice pair of headphones for Christmas.
Kendall, it's been like 4 months, dude.
I
Come
know.
on. And I know it. They were really nice because I remember you telling me about it.
Wait, where could they have gone?
No, I was changing Holly's diaper in the bathroom after the flight, and I set them down on the changing table, and I left them in there.
So this is a recent thing that happened.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it until the day we were leaving, and I was like, fuck, now I can't have noise cancellation on the plane. It was rough. I had to just
were
free
you
ball the
embarrassed
plane.
to tell Josh? Were you like, bad news?
Yeah, I was like, I felt really bad. I was like, you don't have to buy me more.
No, you don't.
I can't have nice things.
What were they?
It's just like, but to my credit, it is stressful. Like traveling with a toddler is just stressful, and like the bathroom and. I was trying to get a tampon for myself out of my backpack, and I took out a bunch of stuff, set it on the changing table, and like she was running around the bathroom, and I'm like trying to keep her from touching everything. I'm like, just put your hands here.
Right.
But yeah, I think I left him in there. I filed a claim. I probably won't get him back. But
no, I'm sure someone found him and was like, turn up.
Yeah, probably. Remember, I lost my iPad though in DAA when we were traveling to LA. I did get it back, but it took them like 9 months. Yeah, they finally were like, hey, we found the iPad.
Assholes.
I know. So I have it back. I bought a new one because I like had to be on a show that day, so I had to get one immediately. But I have it at home. I'm planning on selling it or giving it to someone in the company. I'm sure someone will need it at some point. But so I'm like, maybe there's hope. Maybe I'll get them back. But I don't know. I was like, maybe for Mother's Day you can replace them.
Oh God.
I really liked them.
She's like, every 3 months I need to replace them because I won't lose them.
It's an ad. Okay, this is sponsored. They're Bowers and Wilkins.
I was gonna say we haven't even mentioned.
No, they're not. But yeah, Bowers and Wilkins. I had never heard of it, but they were nice. I really liked them.
I'm pretty sure Tom uses that.
Yeah, maybe he got it from Tom. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so we got to update you guys on what's going on with Baldoni and Blake. And I mean, to be fair, there's like a lot going on. There's so much that I don't want to sit here and talk about every single thing. So we gathered up what we thought was most interesting and important for what's going on. And hopefully this is like
enough.
For the next month.
To get you by. So this shit's never ending.
When is the trial you were telling me
next,
the other day?
like a year from now.
March 26th, 2026.
So we have a long way to go. All right, so news has come out that Blake Lively secretly filed a super shady lawsuit against Justin back in September of 2024 under a shell company she owns called Van Zandt Inc. in an attempt to subpoena texts from Justin's former PR team, all without her name being directly attached to the legal action. Very sneaky. Now, side note here, the internet sleuths have found a connection between when Van Zandt started and rumors of Ryan's cheating on his then wife, Scarlett Johansson. ScarJo. Which...
You fumbled.
Oh. Is she hot?
Oh.
Gorgeous. Is she hot?
Oh my God.
Bring up a picture of her, dude. She's like stunning.
Really?
She's like an angel on earth.
Okay, so he took an L for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Bring her up.
And we've talked about this before, but when they met, Ryan was still married when they, as in Blake and him.
She's so fucking hot.
She ain't.
What? No.
No, she's amazing. And like, is that from Marvel?
Okay, this is her.
Who is she with? Oh, she's with what's-his-face from SNL.
Yeah, I like that guy. Colin Yost.
Yep.
Jost.
Yeah.
Is it Jost? I always thought it was Yost.
I think it's Jost.
Oh.
Whatever.
She was Black Widow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Black Widow.
Well, anyways, took a big L. So when Blake and Ryan met, Ryan and ScarJo, is that what like the kids call her?
Yeah, that's what the kids call her.
Okay. They were still married.
No, more like the kids don't know who she is.
Oh. Although they did file for divorce that December. Now, Blake dumped Penn Badgley just a month after the company was formed. Now, this is total speculation here, but Zach Peter, who hosts the No Filter podcast, made an interesting connection. Ryan's social media handle is Vancity Reynolds, and Vancity is a reference to Vancouver, where Ryan grew up. Okay, follow along
So like
here.
Van City.
That's right, honey.
Got it.
And then Blake grew up in Tarzana, California. Put them together, you get Van Zandt. So could they have merged their hometowns to come up with Van Zandt Inc.? It might seem like Blake and Ryan created this shell company, but that's actually not true. This is an example of just how deep people will go. However, one of Van Zandt's agents happens to be one of Ryan's business managers, Eric Binder. So interestingly, there is a slight connection, okay? So the Daily Mail discovered that Blake got involved with Tanzan several years after its corporation. Van Zandt was started by Eric Rothschild in Delaware in 2008, and Blake and Ryan hadn't even met yet. So Van Zandt Inc. was registered in California in September 2010, shortly after Blake met Ryan on the set of The Green Lantern.
I never saw that one.
I think that's one of John's movies that he likes.
I thought
That's
movie...
Marvel.
I
thought he's a DC
he doesn't
boy.
like Marvel, so never mind. He's a DC boy. Who cares? Okay.
can be
I don't
both.
even know what... I don't know what that means.
God.
Oh, right, like the Hulk.
Is Marvel.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus like
Spider-Man, the Hulk.
like Batman is DC.
Yeah.
And the reason
And Ryan is in
right.
what is it called?
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
And that's
I love those
Marvel.
movies. That's Marvel. Yeah. DC's too dark for me. It creeps me out. I love Marvel.
John said he likes DC because it's more realistic. Like, Batman doesn't have any superpowers. So I'm like...
See, I don't like that. I like the superpowers. I want to see them do crazy shit.
Right.
And, like, destroy the city.
Right.
Green Lantern's DC.
Oh. DC?
You're right.
So, yeah. Okay, great.
Green. Oh.
So he does like it, I think.
Okay. That makes sense. Got it. And that's why I haven't seen it.
Its California filings listed Eric Rothschild as the agent for the firm based in San Diego in 2010. A source close to the original company, before it was Blake's, says that the firm was controversial even back then, with a murky past filled with lawsuits and subpoenas. Van Zandt was actually sued for allegedly failing to follow through on an office lease in 2010 and 2011. Bad.
Can you guys look up if this Rothschild character has any connection to the Rothschild family?
I knew you were gonna ask that.
Because that will tell us a lot.
Yep.
Those motherfuckers.
Yep. Yeah, one plaintiff, a San Diego firm, was awarded $100,000 in judgment against Van Zandt in June 2011. So again, shady past. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eric Rothschild filed for bankruptcy that following year. I highly doubt it has anything to do with the Rothschilds family. That would be weird.
It might. There is no publicly verified evidence that Eric Rothschild is directly connected to the famous European Rothschild banking family.
Okay. That makes sense. So obviously, having Van Zandt have all this shady past and whatnot, why would anyone want to involve themselves in such a corrupt company, let alone buy one? Well, Blake did. Whoopsies.
On brand.
Yep. So, okay, now that we're kind of familiar with Van Zandt's history, let's dive into how they got involved with the Ew mess. So the Daily Mail, gotta love them. Okay, they dug into this huss.
Sussy baka.
Yeah, they dug into this fucking sucky
milky.
sussy baka lawsuit.
Sucky now, mommy.
Me sucky now, mommy. It's like the best thing ever. Anyways, they uncovered court papers revealing that Blake Lively's company, Van Zandt Inc., filed the secret suit in the Manhattan Supreme Court on September 27, 2024. And the lawsuit accused up to 10 individuals of damaging the plaintiffs, aka Blake, business and reputation. But no names were attached to the filing. Now, California records show Van Zandt became inactive in 2013, and the next public filings is in 2021, listing Blake Reynolds as CEO, Secretary, and Chief Financial Officer, and an address at the office of her husband's business management firm in New York. So corporate filings in New York show there is also a company in that state called Van Zandt Inc., set up in 2019 and registered at the Manhattan offices of Ryan's business management firm, ML Management. And just a few days after the suit was filed, New York attorney Samantha Kelce subpoenaed all communications and documents from Justin's former publicist, Stephanie Jones, who we've talked about many times, and her PR agency, Jones Works. Stephanie turned over private messages between one of her former employees, Jennifer Abel, and her crisis management person, Melissa Nathan. And we haven't heard Samantha Kelce's name before because she filed the secret lawsuit for Van Zandt. So Blake's legal team has since used these messages as the basis of her claims that Justin, Jennifer, and Melissa orchestrated a smear, veggie flavored, campaign against her. That was so not funny.
No.
Anyways,
I thought it was funny.
Thank you. Smear campaign against her, okay? It was further reported that they withdrew the lawsuit on December 19, 2024, and the next day Blake filed an official sexual harassment complaint against Justin. So, our boy, Brian Friedman, Justin's attorney, in a statement to Page 6, said, quote, Miss Lively and Mr. Reynolds' company, Van Zandt, had nothing to do with this case, and they knew it. This sham lawsuit was designed to obtain subpoena power without oversight or scrutiny, and in doing so, denied my clients the ability to contest the proprietary nature and scope of the subpoena. There is nothing normal about this. Officers of the court have a duty of candor to the court and an obligation not to file fictitious lawsuits that have no basis in fact or law. This was done in bad faith and constitutes a flagrant abuse of power. I love that word.
I think it's a flagrant.
It is flagrant.
Flagrant.
I love that.
Dove. Remember Dove?
That was a good one. Dove was one of your best.
Guys, why am I so bad at
Baby Dove.
everything?
Or Isaac was great too.
Isaac, that was good. That was good.
That was the best one yet. Okay, so her lawyers filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit on March 20th, and specifically, they said the newly enacted California Civil Code Section 47.1 prohibits retaliatory lawsuits tied to public disclosures of sexual harassment. And so basically she's trying to argue, like, because of this code, you're not allowed, like, Justin can't come back and sue me because I came out and talked about being sexually harassed by him.
Right.
However, Justin clapped back and was like, that's absolute bullshit. I'm not going to be silenced. It's my First Amendment right to speak up on, my side of the story and my experience.
He said, hell's no.
He said, hell to the no, the no. So Jennifer explains how she felt bullied and had no choice in handing over her phone to JonesWorks. On March 21st, Justin and his publicist, Jennifer Abel, filed a counterclaim lawsuit in New York against Stephanie Jones. In Stephanie's December lawsuit against Justin and Jennifer, Stephanie alleged that Jennifer attempted to undermine Stephanie and snub Justin and Wayfarer as clients. And according to the complaint, Jennifer was summoned to a meeting 2 days before her last day at JonesWorks, where, quote, she was confronted by a physically imposing security guard, a forensic data extraction tech expert, and an attorney sitting at a conference table awash in documents. And then once settled, the situation escalated. The complaint says, quote, after being ushered into the conference room, Abel noticed that the security guard was posted just outside its doors, positioned between the conference room and the office entrance, blocking the exit. There, the attorney gestured at the documents and instructed Abel to review and sign them. The attorney stated that JonesWorks suspected Abel had retained proprietary information on her personal laptop. Abel was told that JonesWorks would have grounds to sue if she did not allow them access. And after control of Jennifer's phone was seized, Stephanie allegedly locked her out of critical accounts such as her iCloud, bank accounts, utilities, and insurance. Now, Stephanie had unrestricted access to everything on Jennifer's phone, including texts, personal photos, email, literally everything on her phone.
Damn.
That's fucked.
That is insane.
Yeah, the New York Times used these text messages seized by the bullshit subpoena to back up her claim of an alleged smear campaign orchestrated by Justin and friends.
Wheat wop.
Whoops. Orps. Whoopsies. So yeah, now a lot of that's legal jargon, but hopefully it was enough
to make a little sense of what's going on.
Exactly.
Well, let's get some, to some brain rotty type stuff.
Yeah, this is good.
This is nuts, actually. This first part,
nuts.
This is a lot of nuts.
This is nut
grabbing.
Mm-hmm.
So Blake just keeps making herself look worse and worse. It's crazy. So as we all know, Blake was the one making a huge fuss about the intimacy coordinators and not improvising sexual scenes, right?
Yep.
She's like, we're not going to,
Yep.
Well, it turns out that she herself has been improvising sexual scenes.
Yep.
An improvised scene from the movie A Simple Favor, which came out in 2018. Never heard of that. And it resurfaced this clip of Blake full on grabbing. Like, you can see her arm flexing as she grabs her co-star's crotch. And her co-star in A Simple Favor is Henry Golding. I've actually never heard of him. But yeah, she full on grabbed his volleyballs.
These nuts.
Mm-hmm. And according to the commentary on the movie's Blu-ray, that's how far back. 2018, there's still Blu-ray? I guess you can still get Blu-ray now, right? Can you? I don't know. Does anyone be buying Blu-ray?
I don't think anyone buys that. But, like, remember how there was always those, like, whenever you would buy a DVD, they had, like, tons of, like,
added scenes
and special commentary.
And Blu-ray had, like, a step up, like, even extras.
Right.
So you want the Blu-ray.
That's right, honey.
But yeah, in the commentary on the Blu-ray, she admitted to improvising the ball grab scene, meaning she just walked up to this guy without consent, without any talking about it, and just felt it in her heart that was a good moment to grab this guy. And yeah, I'm being goofy here, but it's really fucked up. It's sexual harassment.
Especially when your whole fucking shtick right now is claiming that you were sexually harassed.
I'm the victim, blah, blah, blah. But it's okay if I do it.
Right.
Okay,
yeah,
Blake. So she said that she felt it was something her character would do.
Which is like, okay, then go talk to the fucking script writer or director.
And you are not the character. You are an actress.
Yeah.
You don't just, like, do this.
No.
How would you feel if someone improvised just, I felt in the moment my character would just grab your balls or her whatever, her breasts. Okay? I'm sure you wouldn't love that.
Her breasts. Yeah, let's actually just watch the clip.
Yeah. I'm surprised because a Simple Favor 2 is coming out and he's going to be in it.
Oh, yeah, there's a second Simple Favor coming out.
They've been doing a lot of PR for that, which we'll get into.
What does he have to say about that? The director, Paul Feig, he praised her for the bold move. He said, great improv. God, I can't speak. Great improvisation.
Well, am I blaming my husband for everything? Right.
One of my favorite dishes.
Watch the arm.
Boom.
Yeah, when you really went for it.
That's always awkward. And you're like, hey, hi, nice to meet you. Can I grab your neck really hard?
Really hard?
Not because I want to, because I feel like she would.
Remember we kept going like, you kept going, can you do it harder?
Yeah, and that was my tip of the hat to maybe Jane Hudson.
Yes.
She's spinning on the beach at the end.
Oh, it's so great. And we ADR'd a little extra, like, the little laughs and stuff. It's fantastic.
An aviation American Jen again?
Wow.
Shameless.
Oh, my God. I want dividends.
I really want to know what he thinks of it, though. Henry.
This was his second film, so if he did feel weird and spoke up, probably would have potentially lost other opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
to get in part 2.
Yep. Yeah, very hypocritical. Okay.
Very.
The fuck, dude. Especially for someone who's like, where's the intimacy coordinator? Where was the intimacy coordinator on this film? And if there was one, why didn't they say something about it? I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. But
and then to be so loud and proud about it in the commentary, it's just like the double standards here are off the charts.
Sure, she regrets
nothing.
Well,
I'm sure she didn't regret it until it looks pretty bad now.
That's what I'm saying. I think she regrets, having a gotcha moment. But I don't know if she really regrets doing it.
Well, Paul Feig said, I've now made 2 movies with Blake, and all I can say is she's one of the most professional, creative, collaborative, talented, and kind people I've ever worked with. She truly did not deserve any of this schmear campaign against her, but I think it's awful that she was put through this. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it?
Let's talk about the donut shop.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Okay.
This is pretty fresh. April 4th. But we wanted to mention it.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's getting a lot of shit for her latest PR stunt where she dragged an innocent donut shop down with her. Because Blake wanted to have a real moment.
Right.
She's just I'm one of the people.
Right.
I make donuts to feed the public.
Right.
So she was volunteering. Of all the places to volunteer, bitch, go to a soup kitchen. What are you doing at the donut shop?
No, she's just
in Wilton, Connecticut.
She's just an average girly, behind the counter, serving up a glazed confection sweet treat for people,
Rise donuts.
Rise donuts. Wilton, Connecticut.
Yeah, so she was called out while she was there for not wearing a hairnet.
Her hair's all over the damn donuts.
The guy here, is he the owner?
I think so, yeah.
He's not wearing a hairnet either, though.
He got short hair, though. He got short hair.
True, but aren't you just supposed to, it's dandruff and shit, too. And men's hair fall out.
True. But there's some clips of her kind of dangling over the donuts with her long hair. I mean, this is very stupid, obviously, but I mean...
It is. But when you go to a donut shop, are people normally wearing hairnets and stuff?
I don't
Unless
know.
I'm just don't notice, but I don't think people normally do.
Dude, a ton of people don't wear, hairnets are not common.
Yeah, when you go
Chipotle?
to Chipotle, I was just about to say Chipotle.
No one's wearing a hairnet? The fuck?
Subway, I don't see hairnets.
A lot of people, when I worked at Noodles and Company, you didn't have to wear a hairnet, but you had to, have your hair tied back.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't wear hairnets.
I think the cringe part of this is really her just going to it in general and trying to have this authentic person moment.
Just
a donut lady.
Just a local Connecticut girly serving up donuts.
Because would have anyone had a problem if it was anyone else?
Probably not.
It's Blake, people are just waiting for something to happen. Which it's that's why you be extra careful and you don't volunteer at the donut shop. Volunteer too. That's
at
just
the donut shop is
so thing.
It's who did this? I think multiple people have done this.
Ariana Grande when she licked a donut.
Nope, that was wild too.
That was next level.
That was next level.
She licked one.
But there are celebrities that will pretend to work a normal job for the day, and it's just so cringe.
It's when Trump worked at McDonald's.
That's what it was, right? How could I forget our lovely president? I was working at a McDonald's. It's like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just one of the people.
Just one of the people.
Like, it is so fucking cringe to me when celebrities or whatever, like, go to work a normal job for the day.
Unless it's something like, I can't remember who it was, but someone was recently working at maybe it was Rainn Wilson, who but it was a charity thing. He was working like a food truck or something, but it was specifically for charity. There was a reason, and he brought a ton of customers in and stuff.
No, a lot of people just do it as a publicity stunt to be like, I'm one of the normal people too.
Was there any charity involved with the donuts?
No. She was just.
That's what makes no sense then. Like, what is volunteer?
I think she was just she wasn't getting paid.
She wasn't getting paid. She was volunteering her time at the donut shop.
I wonder how long she did it for.
I'll forego the $13.75 an hour. Thank you very much.
Okay, so also I'm reading this. If this guy that she's standing with is Hugh Magnum, does he work? Mangum.
Wait, where is he?
Magnum. Hugh Mangum in the picture.
Yeah.
Does he own the donut shop, or was he also volunteering? Because it says he is from Barbecue Brawl, and he's the winner of Chopped, and my daughter's favorite fact, friend of Ashley from Blake Squads. Is this from her Instagram story?
Yes.
Earning my keep, filling our concoction together.
Like, girl, what are you doing?
Earning my keep.
Enough.
Yeah, just like saying things like earning my keep.
Enough.
Like, shut the fuck up.
No, literally.
So Hugh is the owner of the donut shop.
He wasn't wearing a hairnet either.
So people were like, what the heliante is going on here? So they did what the internet does best and took to Google as well as the Wilton Health Department.
Mm-hmm.
They started receiving tons of complaints about Blake working in the kitchen with her hair down, which resulted in an investigation into the donut shop over alleged unsanitary practices. And then, there was tons of like negative Yelp reviews, and so much so that they like had to stop. They had to like turn off their Yelp page or like disable it first a little bit because they were getting so many negative reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think
news.
you can like do that with the like Yelp will, if there's a situation, like shut it down for a minute so your business doesn't tank.
That's what Yelp said.
Because I mean, most like really Yelp review is for people who have actually experienced the shop or whatever.
Randos coming to destroy this business. Right. But the Wilton Health Department actually cleared Rise Donuts of any health code violations. I'm assuming they just had to investigate it because there were so many complaints coming in. And again, like I'm curious out there to anyone who understands the food business world a little better. What are the rules around hair nuts and stuff at like
hair
a
nuts?
place? Hair nuts. Hair nuts. The hair nuts at like a donut shop.
Yeah.
I don't see people wearing hair nuts at most food establishments unless I just don't notice it.
No, a lot of people don't. I think a lot of it is like it just has to be tied back maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
but even though they're not under investigation anymore, the business did take a major hit. They're caught in the crossfire between Blake and Justin.
The crust fire. Poor Rise Donuts. Yeah.
Here's a clip from Blake's Instagram showing her working behind the scenes.
She's just a single mom who works 2 jobs. Bitch, get out of the fucking donut shop. Go like volunteer somewhere that's actually raising money for something.
Yeah.
What she should have done is whatever money was made that day at the shop, she should have just donated that money out of her pocket to like either put it back
there should be something
to the shop or something local. I don't know.
Right. No, instead she's just grabbing the donuts and grabbing the nuts.
That's right. Donuts.
Oh, that looks good, not gonna lie. That glaze looks bomb.
Looks fire.
That's my favorite type of donut, filled with a chocolate top.
Oh, yeah.
They're wearing gloves, though.
Oh, they're cream cheese.
Here she's stuffing the donuts.
Ooh, that's hot.
Mm-hmm. Look at me stuffing donuts.
Like, no one in there is wearing hair nuts. Hair nuts.
Right. It's not so much the hair thing. It's just
the cringe of doing this.
Yeah. Their hair is tied back, though.
Yeah, that one chick had hair tied back.
Doesn't matter though, dude.
Dude, apple fritters are so fucking good. Holy shit. Now I just want a donut.
I love donuts.
She's eating her donut. Oh, look at my hard work. How I spring break. 10 p.m. Saturday I'm baking and 10 a.m. Sunday I'm at the donut shop. This isn't where it ends, folks.
No, she hasn't given up.
She made another PR appearance, this time promoting her latest movie, Another Simple Favor, with her co-stars, in a clip shared to the Too Much Food Instagram on April 30th. Co-stars Anna Kendrick, Henry Golding, and director Paul Feig were at the event. And this time, her hair was in a side pony. There's still no hairnet in sight as she hovered over the pasta.
Well, the other girl's not wearing one either. Was Anna Kendrick wearing one?
Good question, Kendall.
I don't think anyone would care about the hairnet thing.
No, I don't think people care about the hairnet.
Celebrity cringe, especially. You'd think he'd just be laying real low these days, Blake.
Yeah, she was helping make some ravioli.
That's another thing I love in life. A good old ravi.
Morgan Rom, who is aka Too Much Food. She's an Instagram content creator. And Morgan made cocktails with Anna, Henry, and Paul, but without Blake. And towards the end of the clip, the stars were seen posing together with the chefs. You gotta do what you gotta do for some good PR.
Is there like a Cooking with the Stars show yet? Like Dancing with the Stars, but like a food show? Like Gordon Ramsay hosts it and it's a bunch of celebrities. That'd be fucking funny.
Doesn't Chopped have like
they have like
seasons where they have like celebrities and stuff?
So they'll have like
guest
celebrity
Judges.
judges, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. No, it'd be,
I'm sure there is
I want
somewhere.
Gordon Ramsay to yell at Blake and call it, you donut.
You donut. Dude, he's fucking funny.
I love him.
This is weird. Blake somehow managed to earn a place on Time's 100 most top influential people of 2025. Well,
Okay,
I
they're
guess
not wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly, yes.
She certainly has influenced
Yeah.
the narrative.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice for them, though. But I think they do shit like that. They know damn well.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this will bring some
Right.
heat to it. And they don't care. It's
Right.
interesting.
True. The latest here, on May 1st, Blake went on Late Night with Seth Meyers. I know, love him. Love
Do
his
you?
ass.
I've never really been a huge Seth Meyers fan. I don't not like him.
I like him. I think he's funny.
I just like Jon Stewart, John Oliver, Colbert even more. He's like the last on my list. I find him a little annoying.
How about Jimmy Kimmel?
I don't like Jimmy Kimmel.
What?
No.
I love Jimmy
He's
Kimmel.
had like moments that I've liked, but he's also, I don't know. There's a lot of tea on Jimmy.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I don't
Not the
know.
greatest dude. He's I. He's
Really?
I. He's I. I
What
don't
about
like
Jimmy Fallon?
hate him,
What about
but
Fallon?
Fallon's he's I. You know, the only late night show I'll like actually sometimes watch is Colbert.
Colbert is king.
Love him.
Anyways, this was her first TV interview since her ongoing legal battle. However, she told Seth she couldn't disclose too much about what was going on, but said she had an intense year. That's quote, been full of highest highs and lowest lows in my life. And whenever going over her legal battle, Blake said she sees many women afraid to speak up and share their experiences. Quote, fear is by design. It's what keeps us silent, which is true. Obviously,
Yeah.
many women are afraid to speak up because of the backlash that they will receive.
Yes. Very true.
But like,
That's like,
I think it's a little bit of a weird thing to say when there's so much proof against you at this point.
yeah. I mean, it's just like trying to bring up a talking point as a pathetic attempt to make yourself look like a victim or make this a problem of society when it's really not. Like, it's very black and white what's going on here.
Right. Blake and Seth spent the whole interview chatting about their kids and what it's like to raise boys. She called her family her lifeline and said, quote, it's no surprise I've had a pretty intense year and they're just my lifeline no matter what day I'm having. I have to be Disneyland for them. It's fucking weird, but
what?
okay.
I
have to be like the greatest thing ever. Like basically she's saying like I can't afford to have a bad day or be in a bad mood because my family needs me to be in a happy mood like Disneyland.
Okay, I think that's like a weird statement. I think it's healthy for kids to see your parent not having good days.
Agreed.
I mean, as long as you don't like do something horrible to them, but
letting people know like emotions are a thing and it's okay to be upset.
Mommy's having a bad day. That's okay.
Yeah.
I have to be Disneyland for them.
Here's some more drama. Travis Kelce unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on Instagram. Oh,
Hot
no.
drums.
Oh, no.
This is actually kind of interesting, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like the ultimate diss these days.
Unfollowing
someone. Yeah,
100%.
it's like denouncing.
According to TMZ, it's unclear when Travis unfollowed Ryan, who is still following him. Okay, so it's a one-sided problem here.
Ryan still holds hope in his heart that
He's
he can
like,
have a
no,
friendship
listen,
with Travi.
like, it's okay. I'll still follow you.
Well, and it's interesting too, because don't forget, there's the whole Taylor Swift connection to all of this, the dragons thing and the ambushing at the penthouse and stuff. A source had told the Daily Mail here that he is fed up with the drama, and it's not just about the spectacle of it all. He's concerned that he could potentially be questioned too, since he was with Taylor as some of this was going down.
Right.
But like, is it a good move then to unfollow him? That's not going to absolve you of anything that happened if it did.
Right.
It just seems like it's messy and going to make it worse.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You're just feeding into the public crap by doing that, Travi.
He could have just muted him.
Yeah, exactly. The mute is the best tool.
Oh my God, I love muting. There will be things. I'll just like send you a bunch of crap in a row, and then like a week later I'll get like a bunch of replies.
Yeah. I'll like try to set time. Like I really need to respond to some DMs, but I still don't get to them.
You don't need to set time to respond to my DMs. I talk to you literally 24/7 on every platform. It's fine.
I know. It's just exhausting keeping up with DMs.
Don't go. I could care less. Just like when you spam me with random TikToks for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah. Well, I don't expect you to like acknowledge them all.
Sometimes I watch them, but sometimes I will find one on my own and I want to send it to you, but I have to make sure you haven't sent it to me first because I don't want you to be like, what the fuck? I already sent this.
It's okay. That just happened. That's part of life. Yeah. You know, we've been talking about that.
It's part of life.
It's part of fucking life, man.
We're over it.
So in a TikTok posted on Friday, May 2nd, Ryan approached a crowd of fans to sign autographs and take pictures. And the person filming repeatedly asked Ryan questions like, how come Travis Kelce unfollowed you? And are you guys still friends? And Ryan completely ignored the question.
Let's watch the clip. Yeah. Let's watch it. Let's watch the clip. Let's watch it. Tay.
Slipping through my fingers all the time. I tried to capture every minute. The feelings in it.
What happened with Travis Kelce?
For my kids.
What happened with Travis Kelce? Are you guys good? Are you guys friends?
Ryan, can I have a selfie?
He's like, I can't.
He's like, I'm too busy signing. Can't hear. Can't talk. But I'd be shocked if he actually answered, right?
Yeah. What is he going to say? Well, actually, here's the drama.
He's like, someone give me a mic. Actually, let me break this down.
Right.
Oh, this looks stressful.
Oh, horrible. Can't imagine.
I feel like it could be kind of fun.
Really? That many people screaming? Like,
be paparazzi. It's just the Leo and me.
Really? Oh, it was
just like, I feel like it'd probably
so
be
stressful.
Like photos and like, I'd be like, wait.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What do you think, Karelly? Would you like it or love it? Or would you like it or
Would I like it?
Hello?
I don't think I would hate it.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I would like kind of,
I'd be like, oh, hey.
Maybe for a day. But can you imagine that being your life?
No, like if you can't go anywhere without being ambushed.
That's
yeah,
true.
Suck.
No, yeah. But I mean, like once, like maybe if I'm on a red carpet and, you know, people are taking pictures of me.
Yeah, I'm like,
I can see that. Yeah, the flashes could be a little fun. But if you're just out and about, sounds horrible.
I could do like red carpet, but
I'm going to hire paparazzi to
hire them in Denver, Colorado.
Yep.
See, it's nice, like,
the
maximum amount of fans that I'll run into is like maybe 2 or 3 at a time, like max, and it's like very manageable, and like take a few pictures, and it's not this like, and it's the people screaming. Like when someone comes up to me, it's very like, I'm such a fan, like, hi, it's so nice to meet you. They're like, hey, what do you think? What happened with Travis Kelce? It just sounds like I'd have a panic attack.
Talk about the allegations.
I'd be like, well, I guess I will be moving to Antarctica, never to see any of you again. Like I would hate this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Of course he's not going to answer it though. Like what are people going to be like?
Right.
Yeah, let's sit down. I'll explain the whole situation.
Yeah, no.
Everyone have a seat. Actually, I'm going to have a press conference about Travis unfollowing me
right now.
Crisscross applesauce.
But I wonder why he unfollowed. I do wonder. What's the tea, sis?
I think that's a strange move. And I'm like, I feel like if he did something like that, he wouldn't make such a radical move without Taylor's permission. Like, I wonder if she was like, that's fine with me. Do it. She's like, if I do it, it'll be nuts. But if you do it, it's a subtle little thing.
You think T Swifties was in on it? You think she gives a fuck
she could have
enough to do it?
I think he probably knows that her team would give a fuck enough that he probably should run that by her to unfollow one of her best friends' husbands in the midst of this drama that she has also now been dragged into legally. It makes me wonder if he asked a little permission. And if he didn't, would she be mad? And do we care? I don't know.
I definitely
How
care.
does who sits here and tries to find this info?
Yeah, how does one even figure that out?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, people have apps.
But like
why?
But like
because
for other
like
people?
Yeah,
like,
for other
yeah,
people.
for
well,
other
who
people?
reported it? Who reported it? TMZ?
Yeah.
It's on. Yeah.
So
it's on.
TMZ probably has apps and alerts that set up that alerts them when major unfollows have happened because it's beef, it's content for them.
Right. True.
Huh. I did not know that.
Good point.
Yeah, there are apps. You can get alerts when someone unfollows you, or you can set things for like certain accounts. Like, let me know if anything happens
with these
this.
Okay.
Take a little peek, see. I'm sure maybe TMZ has like exclusive software.
Oh, I'm sure they've got
and like Kelce, Taylor, Blake, Ryan, they're like top of the list to keep a watch on.
Someone's job is to check their accounts
every day.
All day.
Oh, I'm sure it's someone's job.
Probably, yeah.
You see that TMZ office? They're all in like their little cubicles.
Yeah.
Someone's sitting there in their cubicle just checking who's following each other.
What a job.
I know, right?
Breaking news!
Okay, and then yesterday on the 6th, again, yesterday, Kendall's making fun of me. Excuse you. Yesterday on the 6th, news came out about Justin Baldoni and his studio partner, Steve Sorowitz. And supposedly they are shutting down Wayfarer Foundation, which is the philanthropic branch of his Wayfarer Studios production company. And supposedly they're shutting it down for undisclosed reasons. No one knows. Side note, I don't have contacts in right now. And I'm like wearing my glasses today, but obviously if I put my glasses on, the glare is insane. So I'm trying to film without my contacts. I can't fucking see anything, and it's making my brain not work. Like, when I can't see, I don't know how to speak either, supposedly. So the statement reads, over the past 4 years, Wayfarer Foundation has supported dozens of grantee partners in fulfilling their mission. I am so incredibly proud of the impact this organization has made and deeply grateful for our staff, board, donors, and partners. Upon unanimous decision of the board of directors, today we will begin the process of sunsetting the foundation. We will honor all of our current grant commitments as we carefully wind down operations over the next several weeks. Although the Wayfarer Foundation is closing, my personal commitment to giving remains strong, and I'm dedicated to making an impact on society through the ongoing mission and work. We understand that this news may come as a surprise, and we will be actively working over the next several weeks to ensure all matters are concluded with care and attention. With gratitude, Steve. I think we've mentioned this before, but Justin has been serving on the Wayfarer Foundation board since it was launched. According to their website, their mission is to advance humankind spiritually towards a future peaceful world civilization by supporting spiritually rooted and justice-oriented nonprofits. That is so wordy. What does that even mean? So according to TMZ, this is where the T comes into place. They were told by sources with quote-unquote knowledge, so who knows where they got it from, that the shutdown is tied to the ongoing lawsuits and the toll that it's taken financially and emotionally on Steve and Justin. TMZ claims Steve's already put over $100 million of his own money into the foundation's partners, and despite the shutdown, he is still committed to delivering nearly $35 million more this year, with some grants stretching into 2026. But obviously, they're not going to admit the fact that it has to do with the lawsuit, but the timing is all too perfect, right? It has to. And obviously, since the trial date for Justin and Blake is not till March of 2026, which I'm a little sad it's not sooner because this crap is going to go on for so long. But regardless, there is a ton of money that is going to be spent. And with the foundation shutting down, things are clearly getting fucking serious. I kind of feeling their lawyers probably told them to do this just to, try and play it cool up until the trial. So who knows, though? That's just my thoughts. Anyways, that is all we have, and we can go ahead and get back to the rest of the show.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. What did you learn today? Let's keep this quick. We got it. We said we were going to do that. We didn't.
I forgot.
I learned that there's only 3 months-ish to climb Mt Fuji. And I learned what is the shoe called?
Crampons.
Damn it, you stole mine. I was going to talk about crampons.
Oh, sorry.
I learned...
You just breathed into the mic so uglily. Ew.
Ew, that makes me so uncomfortable. It just gave me chills down my spine.
Why? Because
I'm going to make Karelly pass out. She's already nauseous.
I'm already nauseous.
I learned that you can pee in a... I learned that Kendall wants to pee in a litter box.
In Pretty Litter.
Not a sponsor today, but shouts out.
They have sponsored our shows.
They're paying us to say that we pee in their litter. All right, we're done.
What about you guys? Quick learning. What did you learn?
I learned who Mickey
you took
Predator
mine.
is.
Mickey Rourke?
Predator?
Mickey Predator. He's a fucking creeper.
Yeah, we learned Mickey Rourke. We don't like him.
We don't like him. Sydney, I'm so sorry for taking yours.
No, it's okay. I learned that Henry Golding guy is in the next movie, and I'm wondering about why.
And you watched the
Wondering
first
about
one.
why.
You
I
watched
did.
the first movie.
Okay,
Yeah,
so will you be seeing
I probably
a
will.
simple, what is it, a simple pleasure?
Another
simple favor.
Yeah.
Oh, a simple favor.
But I watched it a long time ago, so. But after his balls getting grabbed, and
Do you remember that scene?
Well, the balls get grabbed again.
Right.
Did you like the first one?
Did you like the ball grabbing scene?
It was interesting. Blake plays doesn't have a good. She's like the bad person in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she is grabbing balls.
If I'm right, okay, I'm pretty sure though.
That would hurt. I can't imagine. If I walked up to Josh and grabbed his balls
Do
like
it.
that, he'd be so pissed.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Do it
think
now.
he'd probably.
Honestly,
Maybe we'll in the car. See how it goes. All right, guys, that's going to be it for us today. I'm losing my mind. Have a great rest of your week. We will be back next week. But until then,
keep on taking your fight a mile.
no.
You get this outro
Wrong show.
wrong every single week, and that's okay, sweetie.
I was throwing it to you
We'll
to
see
keep
you on
it
the
fresh.
next sesh.
That's
But,
what I said, pretty much.
You did not.
I said we'll see you next week.
You didn't rhyme it. It has to
Okay,
rhyme.
well,
See you on the next sesh, but until then, keep it fresh and keep on taking your mind a mile higher and stay safe out there. And until then, lights out. Bye.